to the sounds of the silence that allows for my mind to run around with my ear up to the ground. I'm searching to behold the stories that I told when my back is to the world that was smiling when I turned. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad away. My enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad. Look out for yourself. But I'm ready. Your words up on the wall as you're praying for my phone, and the laughter in the halls and the names that I've been called. I stack it in my mind and I'm waiting for the time when I show you what it's like to be worse fit in a mind. Tell you you're the greatest, but once you turn, they hate us. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad away. My enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad.
Look, okay, I'm hoping that somebody pray for me. I'm praying that somebody hope for me. I'm staying where nobody supposed to be. Posted, being a wreck of emotions. Ready to go whenever you let me know. The road is long, so put the pedal into the flow. The enemy on my trail, my energy unavailable. I'ma tell him I still away go. They wanna fly on my drive to the top. I've been out of shape, taking out the box. I'm an astronaut. I blasted off the planet rock that caused catastrophe, and it matters more because I had it. Now I had. I thought about wreaking havoc on an opposition, kinda shocking. They want a static with precision. I'm automatic quarterback. I ain't talking second pack it up on panic. Batter up. Who the baddest? It don't matter, cause we is your
Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad away. My enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad away. My enemy. I swear I'll never be a sad. Look out for yourself.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Welland Stadium. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani. Game one of the semifinals as the Welland Jackfish get set to host the Guelph Royals in a matchup and a rivalry that is all too familiar to the IBL and their fan base, Reese. Another series, Guelph and Welland, going to write another chapter here this week.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. We've got everything in this series. We've got great pitching. We've got great hitting. It should be a fun, potentially 5 games. Fish hope it's less. Royals hope it's less. So that makes it really fun and really exciting over the next week or so.
Absolutely, and game one, oh so important to both of these teams, as both the aces for both their respective staffs go tonight in what will be the best pitching or one of the best pitching matchups of the IBL season tonight at the Pond. Claudio Custodio goes for the Guelph Royals. Teodoro Ortega goes for the Welland Jackfish.
Yeah, I'm looking at a ton of Ks, a ton of quick outs, and not a lot of runs. Realistically, if you look at it, Custodio was dominant in his first outing of the playoffs against the London Majors. Ortega was the same against the Kitchener Panthers, taking that no-hitter into the 7th inning. So this could be one of the quickest ball games we ever see because nobody's going to score any runs until the 8th or 9th inning, which would be okay. I think when you get into the playoffs and you get to see an old old-fashioned pitcher's duel, that excites you just as much as if we were in a track meet and we'd see 20 runs combined.
Or because baseball's baseball, it'll be 11-10 final score here from Welland.
Yep.
Who
Could
knows
be.
what will happen?
Yep.
Absolutely. It is round 2. It is the playoffs. Anything can happen. Both of these teams sweeping their first-round opponent. Let's start with the Guelph Royals. A 6-3 matchup against the London Majors. As soon as they won Game 1 over Victor Payano, you kind of had a feeling London was in a bit of trouble.
Yep.
As soon as they took Game 2 over Travis Keys, you kind of had a feeling that Guelph was going to move on.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look at the teams separately and you start to go through the names on each side, and yeah, you're thinking Payano, you're thinking Keys for the Majors, and you've obviously got Skylar Janice out of the bullpen, but other than those 3 names, they're not really close in terms of talent compared to the Guelph Royals. So you knew if they were for sure able to get past Payano, and then against Keys, you knew the writing was on the wall, and the Royals were going to take that one. So a 6 seed up against the 3, like you said, it wasn't your typical 6-3, right? The roles could have easily been reversed. Guelph could have been the 3 seed. London could have been the 6 seed. Guelph outmatched the London Majors in a ton of categories, if not all categories, for that series. So it really wasn't a shocker to see them win, and I really wasn't too shocked that it was a sweep either.
Pitching wins championships. We've seen it. We've heard it all too well here in the IBL, and once again it shows in the first round with Guelph having the better pitching and being able to beat London and move on to the semifinals. On the other side, what an exciting first round for the Welland Jackfish. Yes. I think it was good they played a close game in Game 3 because credit to the Kitchener Panthers, who were pretty much dominated the first 2 games by Jackfish pitching. They clawed their way. They had a lead in the 9th inning. They couldn't hold it in Game 3, and Robert Mullen provided one of the most electric moments in Welland Jackfish history. The first ever walk-off home run in Welland history is a series-clinching bomb in extra innings to move the Jackfish to round 2.
I don't think it could have been scripted better than that. That was awesome, and a little bit of a shot at Ryan Harrison. He was not here to watch it.
Hey, he
had a commitment, obviously, but that was awesome. And I was talking to Brian Essery after Game 3, and other than Game 1 where Ortega just shoved and he had 7 no-hit innings, or the no-hitter into the 7th, I should say, that series for the last 2 games was competitive. Game 2 wasn't close in the score, but it was still competitive. It could have been because the Panthers had their chances to score in that game. So the fact that they were competitive in 2 out of the 3 games definitely helps the Welland Jackfish coming into this, because if you've got 3 blowouts, sure, it's nice, it's comforting, it makes you feel good that you have such a nice cushion, but at the same time, you also want to play competitive baseball. Again, blowouts are nice, but you want to play close games, and I think that helps the Welland Jackfish, and you're absolutely correct. The fact that it went down to the wire in game number 3 is a huge plus for this Welland Jackfish club.
Big thing for Welland tonight. No Mateo Porcelato in the lineup for the Jackfish. The MVP candidate not here tonight. Josh Marqueza looking to fill some big shoes in the DH spot tonight. Grayson Barrett shifts to left. Brendan Hupe shifts to right. For the Guelph Royals, it's the same as it has been all playoffs long. As we get set for first pitch here at Welland Stadium, we're going to set it down to field level for the national anthem, and we'll be back as we get set for Jackfish and Royals Game 1 of the IBL semifinals here at Welland Stadium.
To honor Canada with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Julia D'Amico.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand on bras se porter le pays, il se porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
One more time, Julia D'Amico. Fanatics, please direct your attention to the mound. for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please help me welcome season ticket holder Doug Dowler for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. It's in there. Big round of applause for tonight's season ticket holder, ceremonial first pitch, Doug Dollar. All right, we'll now head down to the field to ride with tonight's play ball kids.
All right, fanatics, I hope you're ready. I got Mini Green Bee Harper here in Jackson to get this party started on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, play ball. Here we go. Showtime.
Restricted area. Warning. Please identify yourself. Access granted. System uploaded. Updating protocol. Face recognition.
And here we go. Welcome to Welland Stadium. Game 1 of the IBL semifinals. A tale of last year. The Guelph Royals and Welland Jackfish will battle for a spot in the IBL Championship Finals coming up in a couple of weeks. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani with you. Thanks for joining us. And the Welland Jackfish hoping for a different fate this season in a series that last year went 5 games as the Guelph Royals heartbreak in Game 5 at Welland Stadium knocked off the Welland Jackfish to advance to the IBL Finals. Welland looking to return the favor this season in a year that feels a little bit different for the Welland Jackfish, coming off a sweep in round 1. Teodoro Ortega gets the Game 1 start. No surprises as he will start for the Jackfish tonight. He has been outstanding, to say the least, in his 1 playoff start. Reese, he went 8 innings. He didn't give up a run, and he struck out a whole bunch. A tale of the story for Ortega this season.
Just 2 hits allowed as well, and those hits came late. Mentioned off the top that he got into the 7th inning with no hits allowed, and yeah, it just wasn't fair for the Kitchener Panthers. It really wasn't. You can say what you want about maybe some of the success they had against them in the regular season, but it did not make a difference. That calendar flipped to the playoffs, and he just shoved for 8 strong innings.
Almost set here at Welland Stadium as Game 1 of this semifinals about to get underway. Great crowd on hand once again here in Welland as Ortega rocks into the windup and he delivers pitch number 1 outside for ball 1, 6:08 time of the first pitch, and we are officially underway in this best of 5 series. Ortega dealing to Williams. He finds the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Let's take a look at the Jackfish defensively here tonight. Around the horn, we'll start in the outfield. It'll be Grayson Barrett, Gia Morello, and Brendan Hupe. A little shakeup from last week. And then Thomas Green and Brendan Luther on the left side. Jonah Weisner and James Smybert on the right side. Ground ball to second. Going to be a tough play on to Smybert in time. 1 away. Ortega and Mullen is the battery. And Josh Marqueza will DH. No Mateo Porcelano tonight. Big loss. Jackfish trying to rally around and win Game 1 without their MVP.
Franklin Torres.
Yeah, it's just the next man up mentality. It's the postseason. You have to expect that there might be some, prior commitments. It's the fall wedding season, so Porcelano away for that. And yeah, just again, Marqueza steps into the lineup. A couple guys get moved around in the outfield. Just got to take it day by day.
First pitch is outside for ball 1. Let's take a look at the Royals 1 through 9 offensively tonight. J.D. Williams leads off. Franklin Torres, who is up now, bats second, followed by Garrett Takamatsu, who is going to be dangerous as always this series. Takamatsu, one of the league's best. It'll be followed by Liam Wilson out of the cleanup spot, an IBL vet. Played with the Kitchener Panthers, now here with the Guelph Royals. Matthew Ward, Connor Morrow, Kiner Pena, and Andy Leader. Ashton Patterson will wind down the starting 9 offense for Guelph tonight. That's a big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Couple of vets in this Guelph lineup, Reese. They've got a ton of playoff experience. And you look at Garrett
that can do a ton of damage for this Guelph Royals team, and it only takes 1 at-bat for guys to get hot in the postseason, right? Your energy's amped up and the adrenaline's running hard. So it just takes one at bat, whether that's an infield hit, whether that's a sharp single, sharp double. It just takes one. So you can't take your foot off the gas against anyone.
Ask our good friend Josh Garten about that last series, or
Yeah.
last season.
Yeah.
Man, there's one guy you're happy to not see in this Guelph lineup this year. It's Josh Garten.
And you talk about Takamatsu, you talk about Wilson. Those two guys just destroyed the London Majors in round number 1.
Just missing, if at all, 1-1.
That's a really good spot. Just off the plate, though. It's where you want to live, though, against Gary Takamatsu. You can't do much with that outside pitch.
Got in on his hands, flare out to right field. Looks like Brandon Hupe will call off the shortstop for the second baseman, Jonah Weisner, and make the catch. 1, 2, 3, go Guelph in the top of the first. Jackfish are coming up in the bottom half after half an inning. Guelph scoreless, Jackfish coming up here at Welland Stadium.
College, we head down to the director of fun to take things away.
All right, Fanatics, I'm down here in section 102 with Julia. This is her very, very, very first time here at the pond, all the way from Ottawa, well, Toronto. She wants to become one of you, whether she likes it or not. The only way to do that is one thing, and one thing only, Fanatics. And here comes Fisher Lady Frederica herself with an ice-cold Halifax cod. Make some noise. She's about to become one of you crazy, crazy people. Kiss it. Yes, yes, we'll take the other date first. The Twin Fish will. Do it. Yes! Love when that happens. Welcome to the team. We're going to go home with a Niagara College gift pack and an ice cold pond water lager. One more time for our newest fanatic in the pond, Julia.
Fanatics, how does free fry sound? If the Jackfish pitchers tonight strike out 5 or more opposing batters during any game this season in playoffs, each fan at the park can redeem their game ticket stub for a free medium French fry with a purchase at Welland McDonald's locations, both Niagara Street and Lincoln Street.
Bottom of the
Also,
first
a
inning.
reminder,
Welcome back.
$10
Thanks for
from
joining
every
us.
strikeout this year
There he
will
is,
be
Claudio
donated to the
Custodio,
Ronald McDonald
getting the
House
start in
Charities.
game 1. No surprises on that side for Guelph either. Take a look at the numbers of the former IBL MVP as the Dominican Republic native gets his second start in the playoffs. There it is, the IBL MVP in 2022. A 2.7 ERA, 196 strikeouts. That is a new IBL single season, or was an IBL single season record
Leading
for
off
Claudio
for your
Custodio.
Jackfish.
They talked about it all year
Number
long.
4,
Oh, is he going to come back? Is he going to come back?
Weisner.
And we said it all year long. He's going to come back.
Yeah.
It's what Guelph does. They get hot at the right time. Sure enough, here he is, and Claudio Custodio will face the Welland Jackfish in a start for the first time this season.
Yeah, you don't need a ton to qualify for the postseason in the IBL, so he had plenty of time to get his work in, get the number of innings, get some games under his belt, and be ready to go for the postseason.
And he starts out with a fastball on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. I mean, if you're a true baseball fan, Reese, you are really going to appreciate this ball game tonight. Two of the greatest this year on the bump for their respective teams. And you know a true baseball fan when they can appreciate a pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
Because it's just as good as all the runs. I know the fans don't like it as much, but for the true ball fan, you love a good pitcher's duel.
Yeah, you really do. It's really fun to watch because these guys do a really good job mixing pitches, changing speeds, and they can both paint. So it's going to be a nightmare for some of the hitters in the batter's box here today. It's just which offense can be better against the opposing pitcher.
Weisner takes outside 3-1. Let's take a look at the Guelph Royals defensively tonight. In the outfield, it'll be Ashton Patterson, J.D. Williams in center, and Andy Leader in right. It'll be Ward and Morrow on the left side of the infield, Torres and Wilson on the right side. That ball is hammered deep to left center field, back at the wall, up against the wall. J.D. Williams makes the catch. Oh, Weisner almost leading off the second round with a home run. Just missed it, Reese. And the wind blowing out tonight. A light day in Welland Stadium. It was about 17 degrees all day long. It's about 17 degrees right now. So gorgeous night for playoff baseball. And again, if you can hit either one of these pitchers and get good wood on it, they provide the power. That's all you need.
That's exactly it. You're right. You just got to get good wood on it. The power is going to come from the right arm of both of these starting pitchers. So you get a good swing off, you get enough of the barrel, it's going to go. And Weiser almost got the Jackfish off to a really nice start offensively.
Giamarello comes up empty, 0-1. Back in the other series on the other side of the bracket, Barrie and Hamilton. Game 1 went last night. It was Barrie behind a dominant start from Cesar Rosado. He had 12 or 13 strikeouts in that ball game last night, and he was outstanding. Barrie rode that to a 5-0 victory over the Hamilton Cardinals. So they have a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 of that series goes tomorrow. Along with this series, game number 2 goes tomorrow. And then next week, Reese, or this upcoming week, could be a ton of IBL baseball. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday possibly for both these series. Swing and a miss, and on 3 pitches, Custodio gets his first bunch out of the night. 2 down.
Yeah, it's going to be a really busy week. You mentioned it. Game 3s for sure would be Tuesday, and then if necessary, Game 4, Game 5, Wednesday, Thursday. Essentially trying to get everything done in this second round, so potentially you start the championship next weekend or early the week after. But that's a ton of baseball, you're right.
Strike 1 to James Smybert.
It's not like we're traveling east to west coast either, so furthest travel
This is
for
very true.
either team is you're heading to Barrie.
One and 1 to James Smybert. Custodio has his sign. Rocks into the 1-1. Smybert in on his hands, pops it into foul territory. Playable for Matthew Ward, the third baseman, coming on to make the catch. Well, as we expected, 6 up, 6 down in this one. Both starters go 3 up, 3 down in their respective innings. And we head to the second inning here in game number 1 of the IBL semifinals. Scoreless, Welland and Guelph.
Oh my word. No, we're PG, yeah, congratulations. I don't know if that should have been a win, but you did anyway. Congratulations. None of you saw that at all. None of you saw that. I'm sorry. Miles? Oh my God. We'll be back.
We are pleased to announce that the Welland Jackfish at the Pond is a licensed entertainment venue. Visit the bait shop, concessions, or new Miller Lite dugout located on the third base side and enjoy an ice-cold towel boy. Please drink responsibly and respect the rules and help us maintain a positive atmosphere for each and every one of our fanatics tonight. Reminder that 50-50 is brought to you by Crime Stoppers of Niagara. Get those tickets before the end of the 6th inning and get it on tonight's 50-50 draw. Leading off at the top of the second for the Royals, number 45, Liam Wilson.
Top of the second inning. Welcome back. Liam Wilson will lead things off for the Guelph Royals. 4, 5, 6. 2 in the Guelph order to face Teodoro Ortega. Got to be close to another sellout here tonight, Reese.
I saw about 2.5 hours ago there were less than 400 tickets available for this game number 1, so if my math is correct, it's a little bit of a challenge for me. What's that, 28? 28, 28.50-ish?
Good maths.
Around there.
Ortega's 0-1. Beautiful breaking ball. Not much Wilson can do with that. 0-2 now.
He
Saw him look back to Robbie Mullen. What was that?
he just got locked up. It froze him. Look back at Mullen. Look back at the umpire. Like, how am I supposed to hit that?
Ortega's delivery is outside.
You try to get him thinking a little bit there. You try something hard upstairs, and we'll see if they go away now with the breaking ball. If they try to sneak one by him on the inner corner as well, you've got a couple of options to go to.
Teo's 1-2 on the way. Fouled off by Wilson.
Wilson had a homer, 3 RBIs in that sweep of the London Majors. But I would say home runs are probably going to be at a premium in this series with these two ballparks, Welland Stadium and Hastings Stadium.
1-2. Thought about it. Wilson able to hold off to even the count.
Something exploded up here.
That was a loud bang.
Oh, my goodness.
2-2 from Ortega on the way. Wilson off the end of the bat. That's going to get up and out of play. And we'll do another 2-2. Good battle here from Wilson to start the second inning.
You would have to think that's the game plan for both lineups today, is just try to get to the bullpens as quick as possible. I'd give the advantage in the pen to the Jackfish. But also, too, if you can face anybody but Ortega, the Royals will take that.
In on Wilson's hands. That one to the other side of foul territory. Thomas Green maybe playable. Over by the fence. He made the catch. What a grab by Green right up against the foul territory fence down the left side. And he retires Wilson, 1 down.
Yeah, there's a box, whether it has like equipment or like the photographers set up there as well before the game. So he's trying to avoid that. He's trying to track the baseball and get his feet set also. So that's a heck of a play from Mr. Green.
Ability to track that baseball and stay right with it, Reese. Right up against that fence. Has the first out of the second. And Ortega is going to go breaking ball to start Matthew Ward.
And as tough as a play that was, you know, if it would have dropped, you're kind of like, okay, there were a few obstacles. It was near the wall, but that's a hitter that you can't give a second life to in Wilson. So to make that play and avoid everything and make sure that Wilson doesn't stay at the plate, you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone there.
Absolutely. 0-2 now quickly on Ward. You go breaking ball, and then you go upstairs heat. He's way behind it. I think you go back to the fastball here.
Absolutely.
Does, but it's downstairs, 1-2.
Yeah, no reason to speed up the bat whatsoever. You got to make him prove that he can catch up to the fastball.
A 1-2 from Ortega.
Morrow.
What a luxury to have Thomas Green at third base.
Yes,
I know we
it
sound
is.
like a broken record, but man, so sound over there at the hot corner.
And again, we've mentioned it. Like you said, we kind of sound like a broken record. It's not like we've had bad third basemen before Thomas Green got here, but you didn't have true infielders or third basemen at that spot. So to have a guy that's can play short, he can play third, you can plug him into either spot. Obviously, we've got Luther at short, so he fits in real nicely at third base.
0-1. The count as that first pitch fouled off to Connor Morrow, the shortstop for Guelph. Ortega deals. Morrow slashes one into right field. That's going to get down in front of Hupe. The game's first base hit comes with 2 away in the top of the second inning.
And that's going to be a key for both of these offenses against these pitchers to, if you can let the ball travel and be okay with hitting a single the other way, then you're going to have one heck of a night, because you can't try and just pound the baseball every single time. You got to take your singles the other way. You have to be able to let it travel a little bit longer because there's velocity on both sides. So if you can let it travel that just a split second longer and be okay to shoot it the other way, then you're going to have a pretty good offensive night.
Fastball in there for strike one to Connor Pena, the catcher tonight for the Guelph Royals. Pena, another one of those late season additions for Guelph. Ortega comes set in the 0-1. Wave and a miss, and it's 0-2. When he can mix those pitches, Reeds, it's almost impossible to hit. You just got to pick one and guess.
Exactly. When you're just have to expect fastball because you have to. You can't sit on anything else or else you're going to be way late on the fastball and the heater. You have to make that adjustment, and it's just too hard sometimes.
0-2 from Ortega. In on the hands, looked like a broken bat. What a play by Wisner. On to first, in time, side retired. Oh, the defense came to play here in game number one. Jackfish showing off on the infield. And another quick inning for Teodoro Ortega to the bottom of the second. We go scoreless in game one.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there. That tone. Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now. 'Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Bottom of the second inning. Welcome back into Welland Stadium. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani with you tonight for game one. Here's the ovation for Robert Mullen after his game three heroics in round number one. See if he can continue that. Great numbers from Robbie in round number one, Reese. And it's almost as if Robbie just kind of went back to the simples. Hit the baseball hard. It's what he does best. And paid off for him in round one. See if that can continue here in round two.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you've got the power from the pitcher, and you've got enough power in that bat. So you don't got to try to do too much to have success if you're Robert Mullen.
Very dangerous hitter up at the plate for the Welland Jackfish, and Custodio knows that he's gone 2-0. 3-0 to Mullen now.
And one of Mullen's 11 homers in the regular season did come against the Guelph Royals. But in total, Mullen 4 for 18, so they did a fairly good job of keeping that bat in check.
Get me over strike for Custodio. And now on a 3-1 count here. You wonder if Robbie loads up for a fastball. He does, and he just missed it. Full count.
He got a really good cut at that pitch. Custodio coming right at him. No reason not to. It's early enough in the ball game. Challenge pitch, power against power. You try and hit it.
A 3-2 on the way from Custodio. Mullen spoils another. It's coming up into the crowd. Look out. Down it comes.
You can always tell when a fan catches or doesn't catch a foul ball. Even if it's out of our view, you just know based on the reaction. It's kind of funny when they don't catch it. Some fans might boo.
3-2 again. Downstairs, leadoff walk, Custodio, Mullins aboard. Great at-bat to start the second for Robbie.
Yeah, Robert Mullen, we know what kind of damage he can do. Custodio fully aware of that as well, but no matter who you're facing, you can't fall behind 3-0. Even though he worked his way back to a full count, Mullen still fouled one off and then saw ball 4 down. So if you're going to have success against Custodio and you can find yourself into a 2-0 count, then you're living right.
Here's another power bat. Bounces it on the ground to second. Could be 2 to second for 1 back to first. Not in time. Barrett able to leg it out. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. Mullen retired on the base paths. And that'll bring in Brendan Luther with a runner aboard and 1 away.
Something we talked about a lot in that first round against the Kitchener Panthers is the Jackfish can put the ball on the ground more times than not. Then they have a really good shot at putting a ton of traffic on the bases and putting a ton of pressure on a pitcher. And we saw that happen as game number 1 went on and game 2 and then eventually into game 3. So, they've got a ton of speed up and down this lineup. If they can keep the ball on the ground, they can try and put a ton of pressure on Custodio.
Outside for ball 1 to Luther, who is coming off a great first round as well. Just continuing to put the ball in play.
Yeah, 500 will play in 10 at-bats. Yep.
It's not that bad.
Drove in 3 and scored 3 as well, so.
1-0 on the way from Custodio. Outside, 2-0.
Mentioned the speed up and down this lineup. There's a ton of patience as well. They're not afraid to take a couple or a few right off the hop. That's what Luther has done. That's what Mullen did to start this inning.
2-0 pitch from Custodio. Luther's going to slash one inside out left field, base hit. And now 2 aboard here with less than 2 away for Thomas Green. It's a great piece of hitting, Reese. Just in on his hands, but goes right with it the other way.
Yeah, I mentioned it last inning on the base hit from Morrow. You let that ball travel a little bit deeper and you get enough good wood on it, you're going to get rewarded. Again, with these guys trying to pump fastballs by you, they have to make that adjustment. If they're just going to try and blow it by you, fine. You make an adjustment at the plate. You try and let it travel a little bit longer, and Luther did a nice job there. But he also got himself into a hitter's count as well, 2-0.
Here is Thomas Green. Takes high for ball 1. Custodio having a problem early on here in this second inning, Reese, finding the zone.
The Jackfish are doing a nice job in inning number 2, making Custodio come to them. Not the other way around. Because if you fall behind, it's pretty tough to get a good result off of this guy.
1-0 from Custodio. Cutting a miss to the fastball, evens it up at once. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Whoever has to go to the bullpen first is probably going to lose this ball game, Reese.
It's a good prediction. Yeah, I'm with you. Again, you probably give the advantage in the bullpen to the Jackfish. The De Los Santos pickup. Obviously, you've got Davey in the 9th, but you're right. Whoever can get the starter out first, I think, is a good shot to win this game.
Snap throw up to second base on a called strike to Green. Barrett back in safely on a high throw from the catcher.
I don't think Green liked that strike 2 call.
I don't think he did either. He's going to take some time. He's going to reset himself here in a big spot early on in this one. You got Josh Marquez at the H on deck. They're going to go outside Reese. And Green will whack it foul.
Just got to find a way to give yourself a chance. If that's fighting and seeing a few pitches before going down on a K, that's still not a bad at-bat. You spoiled some pitches. You got that pitch count a little bit higher. Yes, end result, you'd love a hit. But if that pitch count climbs early.
1-2, got him swinging on a great breaking ball. Second punch out for Custodio, 2 down. And here's Josh Marchesa.
It's going to take a 2-out hit now.
Number 34, Josh Marchesa.
And what a way to introduce yourself into the playoffs, Reese. If Marchesa can come through here.
Yeah, seeing his first action with Porchelato not in the lineup. He's DHing, so yeah, this would be a heck of a way to insert yourself into the playoffs. Outfielders playing back, so a single should be able to score Barrett.
Marchesa goes after the first one, fouls it off, 0-1.
That was a good hack on that first pitch, too. Got a good pitch to hit.
What do you get with Josh Marchesa? You're going to get a ton of power. That's the upside if he connects, Reese. But also a lot of swing and miss. So see if Marchesa can lock in here. 0-1 from Custodio. Marchesa puts one up in the air to left field. This one should hang up for Ashton Patterson in left. He does make the catch in front of the warning track to end the inning. So the Jackfish put some pressure on Custodio, but they leave 2 on here in the second inning. We remain scoreless in game 1 as we head to the third here at Welland Stadium.
Niagara stack and dash. Once again, I'll throw it down to the Director of Fun, Ryan, who's with tonight's contestants.
All right, fanatics, it's time for the CAA Niagara Stack and Dash contest to win $25 of PDs. We got Kyle and Ty versus Jolene and Jason. Here's how this works. When I say go, you take off, grab a donut, bring it back, stack it on your partner. Once all 4 are stacked, you bring it on back to me. First team to cross the lines wins the gift card and the glory. Fanatics again, make some noise for our contestants! We'll try this again. I said, make some noise for our contestants! On your mark, get set, go, go, go! They're off. I love this game. Yes. Run! I didn't say stop yelling. I did not say stop cheering. Yes, better. We'll work on that later. All right, Jolene, come on. We trained for this, Jolene. We trained for this. All right, 3 donuts. Oh, you're mean. That's so hard. All right, it all comes down to the last donut here. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's actually pretty close. Oops. Yes! All right. How did that happen? All right, congratulations. Jolene and Jason, we're going to get to the beaties. Make some noise one more time for our contestants, even though we ate it, completely ate it. We'll be back.
Leading off the top of the third for the Guelph Royals, number 11, Andy Leader.
Top half of the third inning, Andy Leader will lead things off here in the third inning. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Royals in the third against Teodoro Ortega. Each team with 1 hit through 2. And Ortega back to work at the bottom of the Guelph Royal lineup. Gorgeous breaking ball to start him off with a strike.
Been a number of hitters for the Royals that Ortega's gone soft to start the AB.
Another breaking ball went right back to it. It's chopped foul, and now Leader in an 0-2 hole.
Leader in 13 at-bats in that major series, struck out 7 times.
Just missing, 1-2.
You go upstairs hard. We'll see if they go back with something soft.
I think you do. You had him kind of on skates the first 2, Reese.
Yep.
A 1-2 from Ortega. Fouled off.
Post out.
Right back into the Royal bullpen area, or dugout area there along the first base line.
It's like Marner in the playoffs. Post out.
shots early in this one. 1-2. They did go back outside, and he went around. A strike 3 called, and Ortega has his first punch out here to open the third.
Number 50.
It's just been a playoffs to forget so far for Leader. That's strikeout number 8 in at-bat number 14. So he's just in between right now. Just his timing isn't there.
Couple of big bats struggling in the playoffs here, Reese, early. You look at Nolan Macabrota, too, in Barrie, their big bat. He, of course, the big hit that mattered.
Yes.
The sacrifice fly that mattered. But, I mean, before last night, 20 at-bats, 2 for 20 with 7 punch-outs, too. So it's been a tough postseason for a couple of sluggers around the IBL.
That's going to happen, of course. Can't hit 500 all season long, but you just need them to come up in the right time. And you're right, Macabrota did that in round 1.
All is forgotten.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You're going to totally forget what happened before that time. Yeah, you need your big hitters, your big sluggers to come up in those clutch situations, and Macabrota with a nice single up the middle to win that series.
What a pitch for strike 3. Buckled him. Back-to-back strikeouts to open the third, 2 away.
And this is the exact spot you want to be in with Williams coming to the dish. Nobody on and 2 outs. Those are 2 big strikeouts for Ortega.
Great numbers for Williams this postseason, batting at a .385 clip in the first round. 0 for 1 tonight. Goes after that first pitch. Fouled off down by the Royal bullpen. Bounces up onto the berm.
And it's great to see Ortega continuing to get ahead of hitters. Not that we were worried he wasn't going to, but you never truly know until you get into the game, so that's another 0-2 count for Ortega.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Ortega a pitch away here from striking out the side. Here comes the 0-2. It's a breaking ball. It's going to be just by an outstretched glove of Luther into left field for a base hit. So a good piece of 0-2 hitting for J.D. Williams. We'll set the table here for Franklin Torres in the third.
And they're going to want to keep an eye on him at first base. In 3 games, he stole 4 bags in round number 1. And he's going to look to run, too. You'd love to get a guy into scoring position as your 2, potentially 3, 4 hitters are due up. If Torres, of course, can do something at the plate here. And Ortega, you're more worried about the hitter, of course.
Just misfiring to Morrow. 1-0, or Torres rather, sorry. There's Williams at first. Decent sized lead for him. He wants to go, and Ortega's going to step off.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
Ortega catches him leaning. Reese. We got to throw over. Right there. Guelph saying there should be a balk being called.
And they're giving it to the first base umpire, Connor McKenna.
I didn't see any hesitation in his windup, Reese.
I think they're saying he didn't stop.
He came set.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Right there.
You don't need to be
He's
set
set
for 5 seconds.
Yeah. There's nothing there as he delivers outside. 2-1.
It's just a slight pause, right? You need just a little bit of disruption in your motion. Coming set to the delivery to the plate.
Jeff Rowe's going to be quick on it now. See, watch here. There he comes. Set. Yeah, you're good. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
And the one thing with that is when a team calls for a buck, whether it's Welland, whether it's Guelph or anyone else out there, you're always aware of, as an umpire, where the microscope is on you a little bit from the one team, but then as soon as you call one, it's like the other side is like, well, why? Because they called you out on the first one that you missed or didn't miss, whatever the case might be, right?
Off is Williams. The pitch is fouled off. So J.D. Williams will have to retreat to first. Really good, quiet season for J.D. Williams this year in Guelph. He wasn't selected as an all-star, which was absurd.
Yeah,
he should have been there. We had that conversation earlier on in the season. But he's been outstanding for Guelph at the top of their lineup all year long.
Won't be surprised if he tries to run again here.
On a 2-2, Ortega trying to get out of this third inning. He's taken off. Ortega's picked him off. Throw to second is not in time. He took forever to get that ball to second base, Reese, and the throw was high in Williams. A straight steal of second.
Yeah, Weisner getting there a little bit late, too, and you're right, the throw is high, so Williams easily under that.
Well, now you can just focus on the batter.
Yep. Yeah,
Two
you still
down.
got 2 strikes, for sure.
2 away, 2 strikes on Franklin Torres, but the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ortega, 2-2 on the way. Outside, it's a full count. You do not want to see Garrett Takamatsu in this third inning.
2 of his home runs this year were in this ballpark.
Yep. Very good hitter. You want to leave him on deck.
Absolutely.
Ortega trying to get Torres. A 3-2 on the way, fouled off. And we'll do it again. So the Jackfish pressed in the bottom half of the second, and Guelph now looking for a 2-out hit in the top of the third.
Torres just battling until he gets a pitch he likes.
A 3-2 again from Ortega. Just missed inside, ball 4, and now 2 aboard. And Garrett Takamatsu will get a shot here in the third inning. This is the best case scenario for Guelph, worst case scenario for Welland.
Yeah, not saying you have to really be careful with Takamatsu, but you can't hang one.
.583 in the playoffs.
No, best case scenario, you just try to pound him inside. He can't get those arms extended and get the barrel to the ball.
Ortega checks second, now comes home. Fouled off, 0-1.
Had to get ahead.
Healthy cut it down from Takamatsu, but Ortega's ahead.
Yeah, this is a hitter you can't fall behind, so that's a great job by Ortega going right at him. Competitive pitch inside. Tak's going to get a few extra seconds after fouling that ball off his leg. Remember chatting with him at the All-Star game down at our perch in left field, and he knew that reinforcements were coming. This is a team that is built for the playoffs, and he knew they were going to be just fine no matter where they finished in the regular season. Knew they weren't going to be ninth.
Gorgeous breaking ball, and he's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Ortega had Takamatsu way out in front. You go back to that.
Yep, 100%.
Absolutely.
You got to find the dirt here.
You got to be confident that this pitch is going to miss.
That's where the confidence in Robert Mullen comes into play as well, to be able to block a baseball.
0-2, big pitch for Teodoro Ortega to Takamatsu. Fastball just missed outside. It's a good pitch.
Yeah, good miss. Good miss. Saw a similar pitch to Tak in his first AB in that spot. And again, the hitter can't do anything with it. It is a ball, but the hitter can't drive it anywhere in that spot.
It's a good take from Tak, too.
As he still tries to stretch out a little bit after fouling that ball off his leg.
Ortega's 1-2 pitch is on the way. Chopper to short. Luther has it, takes the short route to second to get the force, and Ortega is out of it. So he gets into some trouble in the third inning, but he's able to get through it and retire Takamatsu. 2 strikeouts and a ground out for Ortega. We head to the bottom of the third. Still looking for our game's first run.
Did you know your dollar does more in Niagara with Penn Financial? And you get the same benefits and rates, except we get to know you better, like true neighbors do. Penn Financial, Niagara's truly local credit union.
Niagara College programs immerse students with a highly experiential learning environment enhanced by digital technologies. We place students at the center of all that we do. We are Niagara College.
Join the Fanatics every road game as well. The official road viewing game location of the 2025 season.
Bottom of the third inning.
Number 21,
Alec Murray, Reese Dumani with you. Thanks for joining us on a gorgeous night for some playoff baseball as Brandon Hupe will lead things off for the Fish. 9-1-2 in the order for Welland to face Claudio Custodio for the Guelph Royals. And he pumps in a fastball for strike one.
You put some pressure on them last inning. Let's see if they can do it again here.
Custodio's got his sign, fouled off, and it's 0-2.
Just looking to get a quality at-bat here out of your number 9 hitter.
Hupe got some good wood on it, sends it to right. Foul.
We'll say the Jackfish first time through, they are squaring up quite a few. There's been a couple hitters here and there that haven't made contact, but the ones who have made pretty decent contact against Custodio, so that's also a good sign first time through the lineup.
What a great weekend of possibly some crazy pitching matchups around the IBL, Reese. Just missing Custodio 1 and 2. You look at the possibility of tomorrow night in Hamilton of having Owen Boone and Frank Garces. And you look at the possibility of tomorrow between these two teams and Jacob Cush and Euclides Lair.
Yeah, not a lot of runs it looks like we're going to get in this second round. 5-0 yesterday. Albeit we're only in the third inning here, but no score. And you're right, tomorrow with what we could see, probably be more of the same.
You wonder who Welland's going to go with, but you got to think it's going to be Cush for Guelph.
Absolutely, yeah. You follow Custodio with Cush all day.
3-2 and a great at-bat here by Hupe to open the third.
This is the quality at-bat you want to get out of your number 9 hitter, like I said, off the top of this at-bat. If he can find a way to, whether it's see a lot of pitches or find a way to get on, he set it up nicely for the top of the lineup.
Foul tipped and able to stay alive is Hupe. Just unable to squeeze it behind the dish was Pena. And Hupe will see another 3-2 pitch.
He just got a piece of that, too. Just enough. He'll live to see another day.
We will do it again to Hupe, the 3-2 from Custodio. Called strike 3, looking, and Hupe is sat down to open the third.
Still got to give credit to Hupe. He fell behind 0-2 quickly, and then he was able to work his way to a full count, fouled one off, and eventually struck out. But still, he saw enough pitches where his teammates are still able to get some information on Custodio to come up for their second AB, starting with Weisner here.
3 strikeouts for Custodio here in game 1 as he gets the top of the order once again and starts off Weisner with a strike 1 called. Weisner in his first at-bat almost sent one over the wall, just dying at the wall as J.D. Williams made the catch right up against the Service Master sign in left center.
That would have been unreal if he would have started the game that way.
Well, now Custodio's got him in a hole 0-2. On the way from Custodio to Weisner. Chops it foul.
Broke his bat on that foul ball, too. Firewood tonight. Probably not for the bullpen like we saw yesterday in Barrie. That was unreal. I couldn't believe that.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't believe Julius when put the camera on it. I was like, what? To be fair, it was down to single digits last night in Barrie, but that's interesting to say the least.
It wasn't a tiny one either. That flame got pretty high.
It was roaring.
Luxury of having bullpens that aren't in the field of play.
I don't think that would fly here.
Oh, man.
0-2 to Weisner. Got a new twig. It's going to get out of play. Up into the first row of seats. Takes a hefty bounce up top.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
This series will go today, tomorrow, Monday off, Tuesday back in Welland, Wednesday in Guelph, Thursday if necessary. Back here in Welland for Game 5 as Weisner fouls off yet another.
Our home plate umpire Sean Schaefer making quite a few trips to that Jackfish dugout for foul balls, or for new baseballs. Greg on the IL, I think we're short some bat boys here.
Weisner just keeps on fighting. We'll see
of a
another
ball.
0-2.
This is what you want out of your leadoff hitter. And against a pitcher like Custodio, it really never has to end with you getting on, but if you can find a way to have an extended at-bat early in the game, he is done a lot earlier, and you get to that bullpen.
Time is called. And a reset now. Weisner in an 0-2 hole. Bounces in from Custodio, 1-2.
You had to figure one of those was coming. See if he'll chase it in the dirt. Weisner smartly did not. Looked like a pretty easy take there from the Jackfish leadoff hitter.
Custodio's got his sign, a 1-2. Another one fouled.
Jackfish have gotten the pitch count up over 40. Here in inning number 3. Again, I'm sure Custodio would throw 120 if he needed to.
The 9th pitch of the at-bat. Weisner puts one in the air to left. Patterson coming on to make the catch. 2 away, but 2 very quality at-bats against Custodio.
Yeah, those are at-bats that get extended by battling and working the count. And we saw it with Hupe falling down 0-2 and then getting back to 3-2, fouling one off. With Weisner there, pretty well 0-2 for the entire at-bat. Saw ball 1 and then eventually flew out. But you're right, those extended at-bats, they do pay off down the road in ball games.
Spencer Tanguay on the PA tonight. Surprises me every day that they let that guy continue to come back here. First pitch to Gio Morello is downstairs for ball 1.
I don't think he heard you.
No, I don't think he did either. That's all right. Called strike to Gio. Doesn't think so. 1-1.
Gio, a strikeout victim in that first inning. Went down on 3 pitches, so.
Already one better here in this at-bat. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Got to find a way to shorten up, put something in play here. And you put the ball on the ground, you give yourself a shot. Run a hard 90 down to first base.
It'll be a 1-2 on the way to Gio. Morello, right back up the middle, gets through a slide from Connor Morrow, base hit. Gio Morello's aboard with 2 away. And that'll bring in James Smybert.
Moving into the right part of the lineup for the Jackfish. We saw what the Royals did in the top half of the inning with 2 outs, put a little bit of pressure on Ortega. Jackfish looking to do the same here with Smybert up. Mullen on deck if Smybert reaches.
Pitches away to Smybert, 1-0. See if Smack can put one in the air here.
And you can see the difference between pitching out of the stretch and the windup for Custodio. It's been way more effective out of the windup.
Yep. Morello a threat to run always. Smybert fouls it off, 1-1.
That was his issue in inning number 2. Pitching out of the stretch right off the hop after walking Mullen. Just kept starting batter after batter with ball 1. Did it the same here with Smybert before that foul ball.
Custodio into a 1-1. Morello taking off for second. Pitch is low and outside. Throw down is into center. Great job to back it up by Franklin Torres. And that'll hold Morello at second, but into scoring position. Same scenario as Guelph was in the top half of the inning.
Yep, Jackfish will be looking for that clutch 2-out hit.
Right guy at the dish. Flair for the dramatic. Smybert looking to get the Fish on the board here in round 2. In a 2-1 count. Custodio's got his sign. Went inside and got Smybert to chase, and it's even.
That's a really good pitch. It's so, you're looking at it and your mouth starts watering because it's so juicy to want to go after it, right? It looks like that breaking ball is coming into your barrel, and then it just drops.
He's lucky he missed at that. It's just into the dirt. It's ground out.
Yep.
Or it's a broken bat. 2-2 on the way from Custodio. Smybert hit hard on the ground is short. Morrow's got it. Throw to first in time. And just as the Fish did in the top half, the Royals do in the bottom half. We continue to remain scoreless in this one. Runs at a premium tonight. Through 3-0-0 as we head to the 4th in Game 1 of the IBL semis.
With all today's action.
Alrighty, Fanatics, it's time. We got Braden, Liam, and Jacob versus Carrie, Brian, and Crystal for the IG Wealth Management Undie Run. Here's how this works. When I say go, you take off around the infield down towards home. First team to cross the line wins $25 to Boston Pizza. Fanatics, the Undie pants are ready. Are you ready? Oh, gosh. I'm going to try this again. I said, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! They're off. With mini coach refereeing. What are you guys doing? All right, off they go. Quite a lead here. I did not pick this in my betting pool. All right, down the stretch, Carrie, Brian, and Crystal taking it home. Make some noise, come on, they need some encouragement as they get to the finish line. In those 5XL Undie pants, congratulations guys. You're welcome home with a gift card. You guys tried. I don't know what happened there. Got a little bit of a caboose on the end. All right, we'll be back.
Top of the fourth, welcome back to Welland Stadium. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani scoreless through 3.
Leading off the top of the
As
fourth
Ortega
inning for
gets
the
through the
Guelph
middle of the
Royals,
order of the
number
Royals.
45,
4, 5, 6, Wilson, Ward, and Morrow due up for Guelph. Both teams threatening, and both pitchers able to leave it at that.
That's a big thing about both of these pitchers. It never really seems like they're in too much danger at all.
Gorgeous breaking ball to start Wilson again, who's like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, for starters, you're not looking for that first pitch. And then with just the amount of movement it's got, you can't do anything with it.
Then he goes to the fastball, and Wilson was ready for it. Up the middle, base hit, leadoff man aboard for Guelph. I was going to just say before that pitch, go right back to it. But Wilson was ready for it. And so he's aboard here for Matthew Ward.
It looked like they tried to sneak that fastball by him, but you're right, he was ready for it.
With him, if he connects, you're lucky it's a base hit.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, you'll be okay to leave that with a single.
Now you look for a ground ball. Ortega checking back at first. Not a real threat to run. As that pitch is up and in. Brushes Ward off the dish, 1-0.
It's a good way to make a hitter feel uncomfortable.
Just a little bit, eh?
Either get the feet moving or you get his upper body ducking out of the way. One or the other. This time he went with some sweet chin music.
1-0 to Ward. Got a fastball in, swing and a miss, 1-1.
And we saw in Ward's first at-bat, just way late on the fastball. You saw it there again. So as nasty as that breaking ball is for Ortega, again, you got to make the hitter prove that he can catch up to the fastball first.
Ortega's pitch is just outside, showing bunt was Matthew Ward. And pulling back for ball 2.
Yeah, that's a really good pitch if he's not squaring around to bunt, because it was a strike the entire way until the last second when it dotted off the plate outside. So it's a really good-looking pitch to swing at before it dips outside.
2-1 is inside, and now it's 3-1 to Ward. On the ground is short. Luther got it to second for 1. That's all they get. Nice play. And a great decision by Weisner to not get too greedy on a fielder's choice from Ward. That is a tremendous play going back against his body, Reese. And to make an on-target throw to second.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play on both sides. For Luther to go get that, make a strong throw to second, and Weisner almost essentially turned himself into a first baseman there to receive that baseball. And yeah, you didn't really think about going over to first. Could have had a chance, but you're right. You don't try to force something and throw the ball away and all of a sudden have that runner in scoring position. So I like Ortega's chances to get another ground ball, and Weisner does as well.
Well, and you look at it, runs are going to be at a premium. So you don't want to throw a ball over the head of the first baseman or into the dugout and get a man into scoring position. You never know.
Yep.
Defense is going to be so key in this series.
Yeah, the cleaner team on defense will win this series. Absolutely, because there's just too much power on each side where if they get extra outs in innings, they're going to make you pay for it.
Yep.
Just too much talent.
So now you get Connor Morrow as the throw back to first. In safely is Matthew Ward. Morrow single back in the second. (1-0). That one shot to short. Luther the catch. He'll throw on to first. It's a double play to end the inning. As Matthew Ward was taken off to try and steal second, that did not go as planned. And they'll hit into an inning-ending double play. And Theodore Ortega sees the minimum. He throws up a 0 after a leadoff base hit. And we head to the bottom of the fourth. But first, oh boy, best time at the pond. It's time for the Green Bee.
And the bug down in the valley, yo. 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 In this bug there was a tree, a rare tree, a random tree, the tree and the bug down in the valley, yo.
Fans, how about it? Green Bee and Mini Green Bee. Leading off for your Jackfish, the catcher.
Bottom of the fourth. Scoreless here at Welland Stadium. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani with you. What a performance once again as we get set for the bottom half of the fourth. And now Custodio has got to go through the middle of the Jackfish order as Robbie Mullen fouls off the first offering. Robbie Mullen sends one high and deep to left center field. That ball is back, and that ball is gone! He's done it again! Robbie Mullen is having himself a postseason as he gets the game's first run with a long bomb. Jackfish take the lead. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, he did.
He comes through again in a solo shot as the Jackfish up 1-0.
You've got a ton of speed in that pitch from the right arm of Custodio. You've got a ton of power in that bat from Mullen. All you need to do is get good wood on a pitch, and it's going to go. The ball's carrying tonight at the pond, and he went to the deepest part of the ballpark for that one.
Robbie Mullen connecting for a solo shot has the Jackfish on the board in this series. It is 1-0 now Welland. And what a way to open the fourth.
That hurts. Oh, man.
Get that right off the hand.
Oh, and then in cooler weather, a straight pitch. Didn't touch the catcher at all. Oh, that hurts. That loses you calls as a catcher. You know, as bad as it is to say that, you know, if the fact that Pena didn't get in front of it and that clipped the umpire clean.
Gotta block that baseball.
Yeah, that makes an umpire unhappy.
Yeah, that's a stinger.
You can feel that up here, too. Oh, it's...
Pitch to Barrett, swing and a miss. And the count should be 1-1, I believe. I'm not sure.
It had 0-2.
Yeah, definitely 1-2.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah. Custodio offers. Barrett stays alive.
And for either team to win this series, you knew you were going to have to take one game for the Jackfish against Custodio, for the Royals against Ortega. You knew you'd have to win once against them.
As Barrett is sat down via strikes, that's the first out here in the fourth.
And with that home run for Mullen to get his team on the board is huge. Because you know if this series goes 5, you're going to see both guys twice. There's no question about it.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. The best part about that is Robbie did it on the first pitch of the inning.
Yeah.
He didn't waste any time. Just as he did in Game 3 in the bottom of the 11th, or the bottom of the 10th, rather. He comes through once again for the Welland Jackfish. First pitch to Luther is outside for ball 1.
How many times did you watch that after it happened? Like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, I did. Because that was a fireworks show. That's all we watched during the fireworks.
That was great. Pulling back after showing bunt, a called strike, and it's 1-1.
Just couldn't get enough of it. You saw the shots afterwards, the photos, like it was.
Shout out to the Taylors, and
that was awesome.
What a pitcher that was, as that one's bounced to second. Kind of an awkward scoop up there by Torres, but he makes the throw on to first, 2 down. That shot of Robbie turning back to the dugout with the bat flip, and then the one of him coming home.
Yeah.
With you get all the reactions, all the faces greeting him at home plate. I mean, that's the photo of the year.
Easily.
It's the photo of the season. It's not close.
No. Also, us not realizing he pimped it in the moment. And seeing that afterwards, we're like, dang.
Wow.
Too bad we missed that.
That was special. High chopper from Green. It's going to bounce into left field, base hit. Thomas Green's aboard in the series, and a 2-out knock extends the inning.
Would have needed the extendo glove to get that one. Had enough hop on it to get into left field, and that's a nice job by Green with 2 outs. Still applying pressure on Custodio to give Marqueza a chance. You know, that is the one advantage for the Jackfish. They are a lefty-heavy lineup. You know, as much power as Custodio does have in that arm, he is a right-hander. So that lefty-righty matchup, you know, the Jackfish are favored in that, I would say.
I want to see if Jamar can get into one here. Good speed at first base and Green.
I should correct myself. Not favored. It's still Claudio Custodio, but gives yourself a better shot with a ton of lefties up against the right-hander.
Way outside. Green's taken off on a perfect pitch, and he's stolen second base. Not even a throw from the catcher, Pena, and into scoring position is Green. Look at the space down the right field line, Reese.
Yeah, there's
a ton down that line.
Leader's about 5 steps in front of the track, maybe less.
Right by that Conti's collision sign, and pretty much left center almost. Big cut and a miss, and it's 1-2.
And they're not really on Green at second base. He can get a really good secondary lead.
Base hit would score. See if Marqueza can come through in a 2-out spot here.
Even the center fielder, Williams, shaded to the left side of second base. So if you can find one into right center field, easily score another run.
Marquez able to hold off. Good take. It's even a 2s.
Tried to go back to the same spot that they just got the swing and miss on.
Two coming from Custodio, trying to get out of the inning. Just missing, if at all, Reese. It's a full count. That's a heck of a pitch. That is a heck of a pitch.
That's a pitch you get frozen on, and you're just like, please be a ball, please be a ball, please be a ball.
That's an outstanding pitch by Custodio, but he did not get the call, and now he's got to pull off a 3-2 here. Marqueza trying to drive it another. Custodio comes set, offers Marqueza. He's going to dump it into left field, base hit. Thomas Green's getting the wave home. Throw coming home, not close. 2-0 Jackfish, and Big Cheese comes through in the biggest of ways here in the fourth. Josh Marqueza didn't get an at-bat in the first round, and all of a sudden he's into the starting lineup here in game 1 of the second, and he comes through off one of the best. It's 2-0 Welland.
You get rewarded for having a good eye at the plate. I mean, that's a close pitch. That could have gone either way against Marqueza. It goes his way, and then he just shoots it to left field. Again, not trying to do too much, just a simple stroke out to left field, and a very aggressive send by Ricky Pilateri. Green touches third base as the left fielder picks up that baseball, and just the throw from Patterson offline. There's enough speed from Green to get home, and that's a huge second run in this inning for the Jackfish.
With 2 outs, they get a base hit from one of the most unlikely candidates. And Josh Marqueza is into the playoffs with a massive knock for his team early in this one. Brandon Hupe trying to continue the inning here. He'll foul it off, 0-2. I mean, there's not a scenario where Ricky Pilateri is still the third base coach if he doesn't send him there.
Yeah.
It's you have to.
Yeah, you have to continue to be aggressive no matter what.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Test Patterson's arm early. That throw was up the third baseline, not really competitive, and you benefit from it as Custodio bounces it in 1-2.
And getting himself into that situation, a delayed steal by Green as well, gets him into scoring position. It threw the Royals off. There was no throw. Nobody really at second base to cover either. So you set yourself up for success, and like I said, Marqueza rewards himself and gets the team a second run.
Hupe's trying to flip it over to the top of the order. Another one in the dirt from Custodio, whose pitch count is now getting up there, 2-2. Custodio, Reese, 75 pitches. He's not out of the fourth yet.
Just for whatever reason, he has not looked comfortable out of the stretch. And 2 runs is not a ton, not by any means. Against him it is, but in the grand scheme of the game of baseball, it's not. But just for whatever reason, out of the stretch, he hasn't looked comfortable.
He started off Hupe 0-2, and he's worked another full count here. In danger, you do not want to see Jonah Weisner at the dish in this inning if you're Guelph.
No, not at all. Especially Weisner. He was the leader in hits in the IBL in the regular season. He got that 9th inning rally started against the Panthers in game number 3. So
3-2, Marquez is taken off. It's spoiled by Hupe. Weisner will be the 7th man to hit here in the 4th against Custodio.
I'd love these at-bats. This being the second time through, this has been textbook.
The Jackfish have been, all night, Reese, have put together really good at-bats.
They have. Yeah, except for maybe a couple that thrown in there, but yeah, it's been a really good effort.
Hupe sends one. That's through the left side, and that's a base hit. Look at Marqueza go into third, and he's out. Marqueza was off on the pitch, I guess. A miscommunication, or he thought he could get into third base, Reese, but he's thrown out at third. He was pulling up, so it looked like he didn't know that throw was that close.
Yeah.
If he slides, he's most likely in there. But It's a risky send with Marchesa and the speed.
Yeah, I think he also probably would have liked a little more direction on which side to slide to, because if he slides to that inner part of the bag, I think he probably gets in there just because of the way that Ward had to receive that. But you know, I like the aggression. I like the aggression.
It is what it is, and the Jackfish get 2 runs. Josh Marchesa, big RBI single, and Robbie Mullen on the first pitch of the inning. Another home run for Robbie. 2-0 Jackfish as we head to the 5th.
Riley, you ready? Ready? Ready. Fanatics, do you want to see them collide? Ruthless individuals. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, no. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Whoa, 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 Melissa, I know, I get it. I get it. Whoa, 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 Melissa. Back up, Melissa. Stay there. Jeez. Can you do this? All right, who wants to see him collide again? I love you people. On your mark, get set, get her, Riley. Oh, yes! Congratulations, Riley. You're walking home with the gift card to Choke That Sports Supplies. Melissa, you're a little overzealous there. I think that's what made the difference. Guys, one more time for contestants. We will be back.
Can't make it to a game? Be sure to head to youtube.com/Welland Jackfish. The official broadcast of your Welland Jackfish. Join Alec and Reese for all home games. You can find amazing content and watch every home game live presented by Young's Electric. Leading off the top of the 5th inning for Guelph, number 24, Kenier Pena.
Connor Pena leading things off here in the 5th inning against Teodoro Ortega. First pitch is there for a strike 1 call. Ortega just about to 60 pitches through his 4 innings of work. It's a pretty good pace for Teo. Strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2 to Pena.
And you need a 0 here. You got to get a 0 to follow up that 2 spot your offense got you.
7, 8, 9 due up in the Royal order. Ortega's got the sign. His 0-2 pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. His 3rd punch out to open the 5th.
That whole at-bat just didn't look fair. Right from the start. And Ortega just carving up Pena there and did the same to the next 2 hitters their first time up. Obviously, it's more information for them, but...
Well, you go fastball, Reese, and then you come back with a very good breaking ball, and then you go way outside with a slider, and good luck. Fastball to leader, 0-1.
Way too far behind to try something else. Just been a struggle all postseason for Andy Leader.
An 0-1 from Ortega. Breaking ball, just missing. That's a great pitch.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Try and get that chase. Guy who's not necessarily seeing the ball too well at the plate.
Great eyes by Leader to lay off. 1-1. 1-2.
Got to go back to that. Not close.
I think you just elevated fastball again.
Yeah.
Light his eyes up a little bit. That bat is well behind it.
You elevate it, but you still make it a competitive pitch where it's close enough that he really thinks about swinging at it.
1-2 on the way. They go back outside, and Leader laying off. Maybe now you go to it.
Yeah, 2-2. With the swing and miss from Leader in this postseason, that'd be a tough hitter to walk.
2-2 on the way from Teo. Leader sends one in the air to right field. That should hang up. Brandon Hupe over to make the catch. 2 down. How about the outfit that Ryan Harrison's wearing tonight, Reese? Look at him down there.
Pretty sweet, eh?
He told me a fan made it for him. It's got his face all over it.
The shorts have his face.
Look at that.
Like, even the socks. I doubt we could get a shot of those, but his socks have his face on it,
They got his face on them, too. It's incredible.
I love it.
I just love the placement of the.
Oh, yeah.
Right, of course. That's a line shot. That's going to get down into right field for a base hit, maybe more. Patterson rounding first on his way to second. A 2-out double to turn it back to the top of the lineup for Guelph. Just trying to get me over fastball to start the at-bat, Reese, and Patterson was ready. And now you got to see J.D. Williams with a man in scoring position.
Yeah, Patterson put a good swing on it. Wasn't waiting around at all to get himself into a bad count. Just went after that pitch and hit it hard. Hit it hard down the line. Juppe did keep it from going to the wall. However, just too much speed and where the ball was placed, that's a double out of the box.
Patterson with great wheels. And now Guelph looking for a 2-out base hit here. See if Ortega can strand a man at second. Starts off Williams with a ball 1-0.
He's got to bear down here. This could be a big swing in the ball game either way.
Ortega coming set. He'll check second. Nobody near him. Big kind of miss from J.D. Williams, 1-1. Trying to tie the ball game with one swing.
Yeah, he tried to do damage there. Outfield pretty well straight up for Williams. Infield the same. Weisner a little close to second just to keep an eye on Patterson, but you want to be in your correct position for this hitter so you can get that out.
Jacques doing his part here as that pitch just missing. 2-1.
Jacques having to fill in for coach. Is absent again.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Got mini coach here, though. Saw him in the undie run.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
A 2-1 pitch coming from Teo. Didn't miss if at all. It's called ball 3, and it's 3-1 now to J.D. Williams with Torres on deck.
Similar spot to the pitch to Marqueza.
Yeah.
Was called a ball.
Really got to lock in here, see if he can find that put-away pitch. Ortega and a 3-1 on the way. It's outside, and he's walked him. So quickly 2 out, and then a double from Patterson and a walk to Williams. 2 aboard here for Guelph, and that'll bring in Franklin Torres.
Silver lining, you've got 2 down, right? So don't got to change a ton. But again, you can't just lay one in there.
And once again, you're in a situation with the man on deck you did not want to see. Ball 1. You got to go right after Torres here in this situation.
Absolutely.
You were able to get out of it last time with Takamatsu. You do not want to play with fire again.
Yeah, you can only do it so many times until you get burned.
1-0 on the way from Ortega. Big count fouled back, and it's even at 1-1.
Could not go down 2-0 there. So that's big to get back in the strike zone. Fouled it straight back, so he's a tad late. Still put a good swing on it, though. You got to keep him off balance, though. A little disappointed nobody had a cowbell in the crowd. That kind of sucks.
Ortega sets up for the 1-1. Wave and a miss, and it's 1-2. That's a gutsy pitch to pull off in a 1-1 count.
I'd go back to it, to be honest with you.
You've got to think in the mind of Franklin Torres, he's gearing up for a fastball in this spot. Do not give him one.
Yeah, you have to be ready for the fastball and then make your adjustment. But you're right.
A big pitch coming up here. A 1-2 on the way. Bouncer right back to Ortega. He stabs it. Underhand toss to end the inning. What a play by Teodoro Ortega. Up on the bump, and he gets out of it here in the 5th. As the Jackfish strand a pair, and once again, Guelph goes away quiet. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Ortega dealing as Custodio back to the mound for his fifth inning of work. We'll be back after a quick break.
Jill, can you hear the Jackfish like to celebrate the ladies and gentlemen?
Leading off for your Jackfish, number 4, Jonah Weisner.
Jonah Weisner will lead things off here to start the bottom half of the fifth inning. Gorgeous scene here at Welland Stadium as the sun sets. Over to the left of us, Reese. Beautiful sky here in Welland as the first pitch from Custodio is a called strike, 0-1.
Alex Pizza has arrived. He's pumped.
Jonah Weisner's going to send one in the air. Left field. Patterson's got a beat on it. One away.
Weisner trying to drive a baseball there in the air the other way. Did a nice job of it his first time up. Just hung up enough in front of that wall there. Just more of a routine fly ball. And he's the first out, and he's flown out all 3 times. Twice to left and once to the center fielder. Alec also now a pizza delivery man, apparently. Look at you go. You're just going to keep it all to yourself. Holy.
I've got the pizza.
Tailgates is so clutch.
I gave it up.
Look at you go. Sharing's caring.
What? Oh, food always comes up as soon as the inning starts.
Yeah, it does.
It smells really good up here. 1-0 on the way. And it's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
That was clutch when Tailgates had wings here on Lon Cox night. That was awesome. Oh man,
that is fresh.
That looks really solid.
1-2 the count. Let's try and focus on this baseball game here. One
right.
away. Morello 1 for 2 tonight. Good take from Gio, 2-2. Another close pitch from Custodio. He's showing his displeasure on the mound in a little kind of a show-up moment to the umpire when they step off the back and just stare down.
Yep.
2-2 the count. In the dirt, and it's 3-2. We've seen a ton of those from Custodio tonight. And in competitive counts, Reese, that he's thrown them in the dirt.
And they're really not juicy enough to go after. You know, you're not thinking to yourself, oh, yeah, I really want to swing at that, and then you go after it. Those are balls right out of the hand.
Morello sends one left field, slicing into foul territory. Patterson, did he make that catch? Oh, my, he did. What a grab from Ashton Patterson out in left field. on a dead sprint to retire Gio Morello 2 down. I didn't think he had a shot at catching that baseball.
Neither did I. It just kept tailing and tailing with the lefty at the plate. It's just going to fade away from fair territory, and he went over and made a heck of a play.
Man, can that kid fly.
Yeah.
Holy. Showing it off here in this 5th inning, and a big second out for Guelph. And now James Smybert tonight, who's 0 for 2. First pitch is at the knees for a called strike 1.
It's those diving plays and the ones that you make that aren't necessarily guaranteed outs.
That is hammered down the line. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Smybert rounding first. He's thinking 2. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, and it's a 2-out double for Smack Smack. Into scoring position for Robbie Mullen. Well, you get the right guy in this scenario coming to the dish. I wonder if they don't even pitch to him.
He's not going to see a first pitch fastball. That's for sure.
First base is open. We'll see what Guelph decides to do here. Grayson Barrett on deck. He's 0 for 2. But I think that protection from Barrett, Reese, is enough to warrant not putting him on. Mullen caught chasing at the first pitch. 0-1.
You knew they were going to steer clear of a fastball there, first pitch. Mullen wanted one, but didn't get one.
He's not going to see another one all series.
Nope, probably not. He has homered in Guelph, so it can be done.
Yanks it outside, 1-1.
A little bit of a grunt there from Custodio, letting that pitch go.
90th pitch of the night, Reese. Nothing doing in the Royal bullpen, which is strange. 60 of those strikes, 30 of those balls. 2-1. So Mullen's seen 3 balls. The unintentional, intentional walk.
Yeah, if it was 3-0, they'd be like, yeah, okay, just take your bag.
Smybert standing at second base. He would score on a base hit. Mullen swung at ball 3, and it's 2-2.
Again, that's a pitch that's coming in. It's a strike, it's a strike, it's a strike, and at the last second it dips to the outside.
So 2-2 now. And Custodio in his spot here to get out of a little bit of a jam in the 5th. 3-2. Mullen has not seen a strike in this at-bat.
And I don't know if that's Custodio wanting to get a little bit more behind it or maybe frustrated with the pitch out of the hand, but starting to make a little noise on that mound.
Guelph's going to start some stirring now in that bullpen race. 3-2 to Mullen, fouled off.
I think, yeah, you have to. Again, Custodio could easily throw 120, 130 pitches. Might hurt him down the road in the series.
I was just going to say, in what scenario do you say, okay, we're down 2, I'm going to risk throwing my ace 120, 130 pitches and then not have him available for a game 4?
Yep, exactly.
3-2. Custodio outside, and it's a ball 4, so a walk to Mullen, who did not see a single strike in that at bat, and he works the full count walk, and that's going to bring in Dino Ramel for a mound visit. And Grayson Barrett 2 aboard and 2 out in a massive spot here now in the 5th. Seems like the Jackfish have been traffic all night long.
Yeah, other than the first inning, they've had runners on base every single inning. So that tells you about the game plan for the Jackfish and we've seen it out of the stretch. It's been a struggle for Claudio Custodio. Just the control hasn't been there, and he hasn't really worked himself into good counts, which give credit to the Jackfish. They really haven't chased a ton. Yes, we've seen some swings at balls in dirt, but they've done a really nice job staying disciplined inside the strike zone. You know, you're only going after something if it's there. If it's in the dirt, we've seen a lot of really nice takes from these Jackfish hitters, which is what you have to do against Custodio. He's going to try and make you expand the zone. He's going to try and get you to fish off the plate. But the Jackfish just haven't done that enough where he's able to throw up a zero every single inning. You know, they got to him last inning with a couple. They're looking for more here. And like you said, there's been traffic on the bases every single inning but one.
So Grayson Barrett, the man now in the batter's box with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th. Looking to add on to this 2-0 lead already as he fouls off the first pitch. 0-1 to Barrett on the 96th pitch of the night from Custodio. I got a really hard time seeing him come back out in the 6th, Reese. You have to play the long game.
Yeah.
You can't eliminate Custodio from this series by going however many pitches more over 100. Barrett a chopper to third. It's going to be a forced play as Smybert is out at third base, and Custodio gets out of it. 97 pitches, Reese, for Claudio Custodio through 5 innings. He's trying to avoid his manager as he walks back to the dugout. We'll see if he comes back out next inning or not if Guelph goes to the bullpen. But for now, the Jackfish strand a pair. We head to the top of the 6th. No doubt who's back on the mound for them. Ortega back out for the 6th inning when we return.
Fans, a reminder, this park is a non-smoking facility. Smoking and vaping are not allowed within the grandstands or concourse in accordance with provincial and municipal regulations. Anyone caught smoking inside will be subject to fines and removal from the facility without any refund. Leading off the 6th inning for the Guelph Royals. Designated
6th
hitter,
inning
number
here
4,
at Welland Stadium, chugging right along. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani, thanks for joining us. It's the heart of the Royal Order. 3, 4, 5, Takamatsu, Wilson, and Ward. 2 up for Guelph, who trail 2-0. And Ortega starts off Takamatsu with a called strike. Jackfish tonight, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Guelph tonight, no runs on 4 hits and no errors. Ortega delivers. Takamatsu able to hold up.
Takamatsu, a very successful regular season against the Jackfish, hit .333. That's 7 for 21. So, yeah, you've handled him to this point, but does not make a difference at bat to at bat. Still got to go at him and
Just
be smart.
Another really good season from Tak. Hot shot by an outstretched glove of Thomas Green into left. He makes the turn, big turn at 1. He's going to scamper back and be content with a single. And the leadoff man's aboard here in the 6th inning. And that's exactly why you want him coming up with nobody on base.
Yeah, and that's a heck of a play from Barrett in left field. The fact that he barehanded that and got it quickly into the infield helped keep Tak at first base. Now to go over, cut that ball off, and get it back in like he did, that's a heck of a play by Barrett.
Wilson steps in with nobody away and a runner aboard. Called strike to Wilson. He's not a fan of it, but Ortega gets ahead. Tio now at 80 pitches on the night.
That was a heck of a spot for that pitch, right on the inside edge. The only thing Wilson would have done was rolled over and probably broke his bat.
Sun down here in the Rose City now. Goes back inside for a ball this time, a little bit too much in. 1-1.
Just want to pound him inside.
Yeah, you don't want him to get extended on anything, Reese.
Like he did last at bat.
Yeah,
Yep.
You're exactly right. A bullet right up the middle for a base hit. That's a ground ball off the glove of Weisner into center field. And the first two have reached here in the inning, and Guelph is in business in the 6th.
It's a heck of an effort from Weisner there. Probably only a play for one, and that would have been at second base, but just unable to come up with it. He went into a dive.
You got to think that's going to get something going in the Jackfish bullpen, Reese.
Yeah, I saw some light throwing from Pedro de los Santos in that last inning. Again, wasn't a ton of urgency, and yeah, Brian Essery's going to take a walk down. As this situation essentially calls for a bunt from Ward.
Absolutely. You got to get one down here. Tying run aboard at first. Outside for ball one. Not showing bunt, Matthew Ward. I don't care if you're a fan of it or not. You have to get one down here. I don't understand.
Yeah, you can play for the big inning. That's tough to do against Teodoro Ortega.
There it is. Bunts it foul, and it's 1-1.
But you got to make sure it's a strike. Because you get a pitch like that that's up and it's popped up, that's worst case scenario.
Maybe that's why they didn't have the bunt on. I'm not sure if Matthew Ward the best option. Got Connor Morrow on deck. Hey, who knows? Take your chances, right? It's a 1-1 count regardless now to Ward. You got Green and Smybert in on the corners. He's going to swing away again, and it's 1-2. This is a really strange at-bat for the Guelph Royals.
Yeah, it really was.
It's mixed. It seems like nobody's on the same page here for Matthew Ward. And Connor Morrow.
Yeah, it worked out the same.
It's a great pick by Smybert at first base. But again, Green, good job not trying to do too much. You had no shot at the runners at second and third, so take your guaranteed out. That's going to be big in this series.
And in this situation, middle's going to play back. It looks like the corners will play in for the Jackfish. So anything hit to first or third base, they're going to come home if tack breaks.
You want a weak fly ball in the infield or a strikeout in this scenario.
Absolutely.
Or a hard hit ground ball. There is Dominguez, Jose Dominguez, warming up now for the Welland Jackfish. As Ortega catches the inside corner to Morrow. 0-1 tonight, 1 for 2.
That's a heck of a job to get ahead. And it looks like the middle infield is going to move in. Play about halfway or so. Start just behind the baseline.
0-1, Ortega delivering. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. You got Kiner Pena on deck, the catcher.
It's a big spot in the game, Alec.
This is a massive spot in the ball game, Reese. You go out of the zone here, but you make sure Robbie Mullen's able to get in front of it. They're going to go back inside, in high. Swung on and missed, strike 3. He got him on 3 pitches as Morrow is sat down, 2 away, as Ortega's got his 4th punch out, and what a time it was for it.
That's huge. Couldn't have come at a better time. Absolutely.
The catcher, number 24.
And now you're just one pitch away from getting out of this inning. And if you're the infield for the Jackfish, you got to get dirty here. Even if you still surrender a run, you got to keep the ball on the infield.
Kiner Pena with 2 away and 2 in scoring position. Thought about it. Good hold by Pena. It's 1-0.
That's just off the plate. Mullen tried to bring it back to get the call, but it did just miss.
Big spot on both sides. Pitch number 92 for Ortega. Got him to chase that one as he went a little bit further out. It's 1-1. There is zero reason here to not go back. Or you come inside and try and jam him, Reese.
Yep. It looks like that's what they're going to do.
He comes inside and gets a sword 1-2.
It's going to be the toughest decision for Mullen in this game. What pitch to go to?
I go whichever you're more comfortable with. If it's in the dirt, I can block. And I go way more. I go outside again. I go back to it. But it has to be off the plate.
Yep. Absolutely.
Here comes the 1-2. It's a ground ball to second base. Weisner's got it sized up onto first in time to end the inning. Ortega gets out of it again, and he is through 6 scoreless innings as Guelph puts 2 aboard and cannot come through against Ortega. What an outing as he continues to roll through this Guelph lineup. So playoff baseball. The emotions are high, Reese. And the Jackfish carry a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. What a ball game as Claudio Custodio is back out for Guelph as we start the 6th.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Home is wherever you make it. Might not be what you expected. Raise your glass and take a moment. Look around you, this is home.
This is so bad. What if somebody sees this?
We have to get rid of this.
Oh, I've got some ideas. At Penn Financial, our advisors can help you clean up the mess and make sense of your finances. Whatever your financial secret is, there's no judgment on our end. Don't live in financial stress. Come to Penn Financial. We'll help you clean up the mess.
Your entire order. Visit them. Wings Up tonight, 205th Street. Wings Up Welland. 50% off your entire order with proof of your game ticket stub. Leading off for your Jackfish, the shortstop, number 20, Brandon Luther.
Back here to open the bottom half of inning number 6. Jackfish, Royals, Alec Murray, and Reese Dumani, thank you for joining us tonight here on YouTube and Welland Jackfish TV. Brendan Luther will lead things off for the Fish. Claudio Custodio back onto the bump, which we didn't know if we were going to see it or not, Reese. But this next pitch will be the century mark for Custodio, number 100.
And the thinking for me is Custodio is your best option to try and keep it at 2-0. As there is action, it is a left-hander.
Brandon Luther's going to find a hole. That's through into right field. Base hit, leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's a really sharp single there from Luther to kick us off. And I will mention that left-hander is Niall Windeller. So but also, if you're looking at it from Dino Romel's standpoint, Custodio is your best option on the mound. He is. No matter what you have in the pen, he is the best chance to keep this at 2-0 and get your offense back to the plate in the 7th. So that I understand that argument from the coaching staff for the Royals.
Well, the leadoff man's aboard in Luther, and always a threat to steal as well. And here's Thomas Green. Green tonight is 1 for 2. Showing bunt and pulling back for ball 1. Green singled and scored, Reese, in that 4th inning. He also stole a base in that inning as well.
You know what? I don't think it's a bad option to wait for a strike here. Custodio's control has not been there out of the stretch.
He struggled out of the stretch tonight. You're exactly right. 1-0 to Green. Corners, third baseman is in. First baseman Wilson holding on the runner. Green shows bunt, bunts it right back to Custodio. Going to throw to second to get the lead runner. Green is aboard at first. It'll go down as a fielder's choice. Tough bounce for the Fish, but 1 on with 1 out now.
And you were essentially sacrificing an out with that bunt anyways. It's just unfortunately at the wrong base if you're the Jackfish. But would still say you have the same amount of speed on first base with 1 out.
Designated hitter number 34, Josh Marqueza.
Marqueza steps to the dish after coming up clutch his last time at the plate. Just a simple single into left field. That did bring home Green. So, and I'm curious if Green tries to find a way to get to second base at some point in this at-bat.
Massive cut from Marqueza, 0-1.
Yeah, he just tried to make it 4-0. Remember, that was a delayed steal from Green last time he was on first base.
0-1 to Marqueza. Fouls it off, and Green was taken off. Maybe a hit and run?
I think he had that bag stolen, but it was probably a hit and run. Yep.
It's 0-2 to Marqueza now, Reese. Josh, big-time single in the 4th. 1 for 2 tonight and an RBI. Drove in that second run of the inning in the 4th. And now he's got to work himself out of an 0-2 count here in the 6th. Custodio is set. High for ball 1. Nobody now throwing in that Royal bullpen, Reese. He's either ready to rip or the inning is Custodio's. Or this is his last batter.
Yeah.
Pitch number 106. There goes Green taking off. Marqueza skies one in the air to left field. Green's got to go back. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Thomas Green didn't realize where that ball was, and the Royals are going to get out of it with a double play. That just can't happen. That cannot happen in the playoffs. And a mental error by the Welland Jackfish. Get Custodio out of it after a leadoff single in an inning that looked oh so promising. And now only at 106, you're most likely getting Custodio for the 7th as well, Reese.
Probably. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, he gets out of the inning clean, and we head to the 7th. Jackfish on top here. You're tuned in to Game 1 of the IBL semifinals between Welland and Guelph.
When the unexpected happens, who can you call to guide you from crisis to calm? The trusted experts at Service Master Restore are ready when you need us. We'll be there for you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
When we at Miller Lite set out to brew a light beer, there came a moment of truth. When we had to choose great taste or 90 calories, we chose both. Tastes like Miller time.
Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Guelph Royals, right fielder number 11, Andy Leader.
Andy Leader leading things off here, top half of inning number 7. Thanks for joining us tonight here at the pond of Game 1 of the IBL semifinals. Winner to the finals as Leader fouls off the first pitch from Ortega, 0-1. Ortega, 96 pitches. Gotta believe this is his last inning, and gotta believe the leash is short with Jose Dominguez looking ready down in the pen. Reese should get 8-9-10, or 8-9-1, sorry, due up for Guelph. As Leader swinging a miss, 0-2.
Just another situation that calls for you got to get the first 2 guys out before you get to Williams.
It comes to an 0-2 to Leader. Goes back outside. He got him to swing at that pitch earlier on in the night. Not there. And it's 1-2. Leader tonight is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Also flew out to right field. Go back inside here. Or they go back outside. 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Ortega opens up the top of the 7th with a strikeout, his 5th of the night. As Leader, a sword of a swing to open the 7th.
Shing! Yeah, that was a very unsure swing. Off-balance swing, take your pick. Just a guy whose timing hasn't been on. And this being his 4th game of the postseason.
So here is Ashton Patterson, who comes undone 0-1 on the first swing. That's what he did last time a few innings ago when he ripped a double down the right field line. Reese, he's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Also that double was stranded on base. Showing bunt now and pulling back 1-1. Patterson has been impressive, honestly, out of the bottom of the lineup for the Guelph Royals, not only on the offensive side of things, Reese, but in the field as well and left. Outstanding catch a couple of innings ago to retire Gio Morello. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Patterson's your outfielder that's got a ton of speed. He's going to control a lot of things out there, but he's going to hit in the lower part of the lineup, and he's going to provide decent production for you.
1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to open the 7th. As Ortega retires Leader and Patterson 2 down.
Center fielder number 8, J.D. Williams.
Those are 2 huge punch-outs with this man stepping to the plate. We saw what happened last time Patterson doubled. That time it was with 2 outs, and then the walk to Williams made things a little interesting before that ground ball back to the mound. But you get yourself in a spot where you're pitching out of the windup, nobody's on, and you've got the leadoff man at the plate. Ooh.
It hit him.
Grab some rosin, slipped out of his hand a little bit, or a lot of bit.
Pitch 103, hits J.D. Williams, not at all what you wanted to do, Reese. And now you got to deal with Franklin Torres. And Williams is aboard for the 3rd time tonight in Game 1. He's 1 for 2. He's walked, been hit by a pitch and single.
That's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Again, he only leads off once. That's guaranteed anyways, so. And there's a ton of speed as well.
He's going to take off. Strike 1, pumped in to Torres, 0-1. It was a few innings back where Williams took off for second, was picked off, but he just outran the baseball and got into second base safely.
Yeah, Weisner a little bit late getting there to second base. Ortega's throw was high.
Close play over at first base, but Williams back in safely. I think you just attack the batter here.
Have to.
Focus on the batter. Don't worry about Williams dancing around at first base. Because as soon as you disengage again, he's off. He might be off on this pitch. There he goes. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second is a bullet. Not in time, though. Williams got that hand in. More importantly, 0-2 now on Franklin Torres.
That's a good slide from Williams. Went to that back part of the bag with the lead hand. just to get around that tag. Strong throw from Mullen. Just a little bit late. I would say he stole that bag off of Ortega, who wasn't the quickest to home plate on that pitch.
Like I said, the base runner does not really matter. Get the batter here. Torres at an 0-2 hole. Let's see where they go. The 0-2 from Ortega is bounced on the ground on the infield. Going to be a tough play. Going to be no play. It's an infield base hit for Torres. And now Takamatsu comes up with runners at the corners and 2 away. Again with 2 outs, Reese. Guelph is in business.
Yeah, and that's going to draw S out of the dugout. But you're right. It just, for whatever reason, with 2 outs, they just find a way to put pressure on Ortega. Up to this point, they haven't cashed.
You got to leave. I think you leave Ortega in to face Takamatsu.
Yes, I think so, too.
I don't think it's fair to bring in Jose Dominguez with runners at the corners to face their best hitter.
Yeah, for sure. This calls to keep Ortega in. Absolutely. You want him to finish this off. Again, much like the Guelph Royals, you have to think Ortega's your best guy to have out there in a situation like this.
Designated hitter number 4, Garrett Takamatsu.
Takamatsu tonight is 1 for 3. Runners at the corners for Takamatsu. Massive spot in this ball game. Here in the top of the 7th. Strike 1 called on the outside part of the plate.
Just continues to get ahead. And you have to. Your nights aren't going to be very long if you keep getting behind against this club, but all night, Ortega, you've seen a ton of 0-1 counts.
Ortega's 0-1. Same spot, just misfiring 1-1.
This has a similar feeling to last inning.
Yeah.
Only difference is the first 2 reached, whereas here, 2 outs and then the next 2 reached.
It's a 1-1 from Ortega. Foul.
Be smart. You got to be smart here.
You're ahead in the count now. Where does he come? Do you go to try to jam him?
Yeah.
Is that the play here in a 1-2 pitch?
I would try to go up and in.
Let's see what Robbie Mullen's thinking. Biggest pitch of the night is right here. Pitch number 110 coming up for Ortega. Here comes the 1-2. He goes back outside. Takamatsu lays off. It's 2-2.
Ortega just pulled that a little bit. Now you got to refocus. You don't want to work it full.
What a ball game here in game 1 of this series. And time is going to be called by Takamatsu. This is exactly what we thought we were going to get, and we got it. Low-scoring affair between 2 very good ball clubs. And Ortega right now is trying to work out of this 7th inning. 2-2 the count to Takamatsu. Ortega comes set. Here's the offering. It's fouled off. And we'll do it again.
He's late. Late on that fastball. Just got a piece of it. This at-bat just seems like they're trying to pound that outside corner.
Every pitch feels like an hour between it, Reese.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pitch number 112 of the night for Ortega. 2-2 to Takamatsu. He comes set. Here's the offering. It's 3-2. It's outside.
Oh, man.
Liam Wilson's on deck for Guelph.
Smybert's going to play behind the runner at first base.
This is the biggest pitch of the night. Payoff on the way to Takamatsu. Here it comes from Ortega. He got him, strike 3! Teodoro Ortega, massive punch out. He strikes out the side, and look at the emotion on Teo, as that'll be his night. And what a start it was for Ortega. Reese, he made the big pitches when he needed to, and none bigger than what we just saw.
That was beautiful. He just came right at him. You know what? And you have to respect that. With the amount of talent Takamatsu has, and he could easily have put 3 on the board there. We've seen it here at the pond, but he just went right at him. Here's my fastball, try and hit it, and he didn't.
The silent assassin, 7 scoreless as we stretch it here at the pond.
Stretch those legs, those arms, and those lungs. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some beans and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. And it's root for the Jackfish. If they lose, it's a shame, 'cause it's at the old ball game. All right, keep the tradition going.
Impact Promotion Unditas, get loud, get up out of those seats. It's time for the Impact Promotion Unditas. New pitcher of the ball game for the Guelph Royals, number 16, Niall Windeller. Leading off for your Welland Jackfish, number 21, Brandon Hupe.
Well then, what a ball game.
We've had a chance to breathe.
Not really. Neil Wendeller, first call to the bullpen for either side. In for Guelph, that'll be the final line on Claudio Custodio, who goes 6 very strong innings. Did have issues out of the stretch with runners on Reese, as Hupe chops one to short. Tough hop there for Morrow, but he makes the play, 1 away. Both starters as advertised tonight, and I mean a couple of extra gray hairs if you're a Welland Jackfish fan. Teodoro Ortega.
Yep.
Just amazing tonight once again. 7 scoreless from Ortega as he scattered 8 hits from the Guelph Royals, but Reese, he was in trouble, but it was never real trouble, right?
Yeah.
And I mean best on best in the 7th inning. And he gets Takamatsu. That's exactly what you said in between innings. It's, here's my fastball. See if you can hit it, because you had to get him. You could not see Liam Wilson in that scenario, because Takamatsu gets aboard. Jose Dominguez is coming in with the bases loaded.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's tough. But Teo was able to get out of it himself. 7 scoreless, 6 punch-outs for Ortega. Like we mentioned, scattered 8 hits. And he was phenomenal tonight. And now it's to the bullpen. 6 outs from your pen, Reese. You get 4, 5, 6 coming up in the 8th. And then you get 7, 8, 9 coming up in the 9th if you go 1, 2, 3.
And the situation definitely going to dictate things the rest of the playoffs for Brian Essery.
Jonah Weisner smacks one into right field, base hit. Leadoff man for the Jackfish has himself a knock in game 1. Make him 1 for 4 tonight. And with 1 away, that'll bring in Gio Morello.
And what I mean by that is it all depends on who's due up. You know, you've got De Los Santos. That's what he was brought in for, those late inning appearances. Dominguez has to shift to the bullpen because we're into the playoffs. There's just not enough starts for him.
That was Guelph's opportunity.
It was.
That was their shot. Their best player with runners at the corners.
Yep, I think so too. So with right-handed hitters due up for the Guelph Royals, that means righty Dominguez is going to come in, whereas if it was a bunch of lefties, definitely would have seen De Los Santos throwing. So But yeah, I kind of felt like that was their shot. And they've had a few. It's not like that was their only time to try and score a run.
Now for Welland, you want to see if you can maybe get an extra insurance run here.
Yes, a third run would be huge. And against Windeller, I mean, tiny sample size. He's thrown in 1 inning in this postseason, but he's allowed 3 hits. ERA sits at 9.
1-1 as he pumps in a strike to Gio. Into the bullpens. This is exactly what you wanted, probably a little bit later than the Welland Jackfish wanted to see Custodio out, but you chase him after 6. You know what? They got good contact off Custodio tonight, and that's all you can ask. Pulling back after showing bunt, it's 2-1. And now the Royals bullpen has got to lock down here. You can't allow the Welland Jackfish to scratch across at least one more run.
No, you got to keep it here. At 2-0 as best you can.
And you're most likely going to go Dominguez, De Los Santos, Mendez. If all pans out. Or stay up, sorry. You're going to go Dominguez and then Mendez if all pans out well here for the Welland Jackfish.
Yeah, that math wasn't mathing.
That math wasn't mathing. I was saying up we're in the 7th inning.
Hey, you're all right.
Stay up.
No, you're right. If everything works perfectly, yeah, you get Dominguez in the 8th, and then you go to Davey in the 9th.
And Dominguez, too, you put him out there, but you have De Los Santos ready.
Oh, yeah, he'll be ready.
But it would be huge if you can save De Los Santos for tomorrow night.
Yep. Yeah, if De Los Santos will more than likely have a sweater off and, do some light throwing, worst case scenario. But, yeah, you'd love to, if the situation calls for it, you'd love to have him fresh tomorrow.
2-2 on the way to Morello. He spoils it.
Emergency hack.
You got the right part of the order up now for the Jackfish with less than 2 away and a runner aboard.
And they switch to the lefty out of the pen, do the Guelph Royals. So this lefty-heavy lineup. A little bit of a tougher matchup, lefty-lefty, albeit anything is easier than Custodio. But you're going to see a guy from the left side now.
Morello, again another foul ball.
And the Jackfish trying to get the defense moving with Weisner off on that pitch. Morello is a good contact hitter. Can put the ball on the ground to try and stay out of the double play.
Two and two again to Gio coming here. Got him on strikes as he swings and misses. 2 down. So now Windeller's got to deal with James Smybert, who's 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled back in the 5th.
First baseman, number 5, James.
I'm curious if they try to send Weisner early in this at-bat. Again, Weisner, Smybert, a guy that can do some damage, right? So you'd love to get Weisner into scoring position as early as possible here with Smybert at the dish.
There he goes on the first pitch. Great jump, throw down, not close. Into scoring position, and now all it's going to take is a base hit.
Yeah, when you get to 2 outs, you have no interest to wait around for a strike or anything. You want to get him into scoring position as quick as possible. So it does not surprise me whatsoever that Ricky Piliteri got him there quick.
I'm going to imagine there's a wedding out there somewhere that has been paused at this point.
Yeah, it has.
The focus has shifted a little bit to this ball game as the strike is
2
pumped in. 2, there you go. You're exactly
Brent
right.
back from Asia and
abandons us again.
Yeah, how dare he? Not committed at all.
And now Kinder Pena is going to head out to the mound, and they want to talk things over here.
This might be a sign visit here with a runner on second.
Yeah,
I doubt they went over what their sign was going to be with a guy at 2. So they're going to figure out whether you go the second sign, whether you have an indicator or not. I always found an indicator as a catcher. That's a little bit complicated. It's a little more common with your third base coach, an indicator to see if a play is being put on or not. Usually you like to go with the second or third sign when you get into the catcher-pitcher with a runner on second. So they just wanted to go over that, and the home plate umpire, Sean Schaefer, waving off that mound visit, saying it doesn't count towards their total in the game.
0-1 to Smack here. Looking to do what he did last at bat. See if James can come through with a big knock. Chops one, up the middle, top hop, off the glove, into center field, and that's going to bring in another run. He puts the ball in play and smack drives in Weiser, who was off on contact. And the Jackfish again with 2 outs get a big hit. And it's 3-0 Welland. That's going to go down as a base hit, I would imagine, Reese. That's a tough play. The only reason the run scores, though, is because it's booted up the middle. If that baseball is caught clean, it's a hit. And the runner stopped at third.
Yep,
but
absolutely.
because it's booted out of the glove, it's an extra base. So it'll be a base error, and that'll allow the run to score, but it will be a base hit and RBI for Smybert. Oh, boy, inside on Mullen.
Yeah, in that situation, you've got both middle infielders making their way to the middle of the diamond. It goes off of one's glove, and it just goes to no man's land out in shallow left field. And Weiser, that's just too much speed to stop him at third base. So that's a nice third run to have if you're the Jackfish.
Mullen swinging away at that second pitch. Skies it into center field. It's dropping quickly. Coming on. J.D. Williams, ton of speed in center, makes the catch. But James Smybert coming through in the bottom half of the 7th adds one more on for the Welland Jackfish here in Game 1. 3-0 Jackfish as we head to the 8th. Buckle up. Don't go anywhere. Coming right down to the wire here in Welland.
And now the director of fun has all the play-by-play.
Alrighty, Fanatics, my other all-time favorite, the empty belly. They say go, head to bat, bat to floor, spin around until I say stop, or you're probably going to fall down. At that point, right here. At that point, you try to probably get up and hit the ball at the tee. First contestant to do so wins $25 to empty bellies. Fanatics, I need you again. Make some noise for our contestants! On your mark, get set, go. They're off. Shanks on it, the unofficial referee of Dizzy Bat. Shanks says go faster. Victoria, faster. Yeah, no faster. Yeah, you got it. What do you guys think? Keep going? Love you guys. Shanks says move it. Faster. Yeah? Believe it or not, they are getting dizzy. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Congratulations, rocking home with a good card. 2 empty bellies. Fanatics, one more time for our contestants. We love you!
Fanatics, your attention, please. New pitcher to the ball game for your Welland Jackfish. Right-hander, number 45, Jose Dominguez.
There he is, Jose Dominguez, into the ball game for the Welland Jackfish to pitch the 8th inning. 6 outs to go for the Fish here in game number 1 of the IBL semifinal. Thanks for tuning in. Alec Murray and Reese Dumani, glad to have you along for this ride as the Guelph Royals shut out through 7 innings by Teodoro Ortega. His night done in dramatic fashion. Ortega, not a guy who you usually see a lot of emotion from, Reese. Boy, did he ever have a ton coming off after that strikeout in the 7th.
It's hard to not keep that in. Oh, yeah, he knew that was it for him, and he just laid it out all on the line. And what a performance. I mean, again, we saw traffic on the bases, but and this is the same with Custodio on the other side. You just never felt like there was any real danger against Ortega. He has that calming effect that you know the moment's not too big for him, and he showed that in a couple scenarios in this ballgame and did a heck of a job to get his team through 7 innings.
Jose Dominguez gets to see 4, 5, 6 in the Royal lineup. Wilson, Ward, and Morrow.
And Dominguez did pitch a couple of times against the Royals in the regular season, only factored into the decision once, and was 1-0 in 12 1/3.
Just misfiring downstairs to Wilson, 2-1.
That's a good spot to miss, though, if you're Dominguez. That's down. The ball can't be lifted. It would just be pounded into the dirt.
Wilson tonight is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. That one's whacked deep to left field. That ball is traveling back. It's going to get down all the way to the wall. Wilson on his way to second base, and a leadoff double for Liam Wilson. Again has Guelph in business. Third hit of the night for Wilson. He's 3 for 4 now. And now Dominguez got to work with traffic early.
Third baseman, number 10, Matthew Ward.
Yeah, it's a dangerous hitter, and again, you're very thankful that there's nobody on base when he comes to the dish. So, just got to refocus. You're okay. That's where that insurance run really plays for the Welland Jackfish, is you still focus on the hitter. Can't get too far ahead of yourself. The tying run is on deck, so you just got to pitch ahead, though.
Well, the umpiring, or the umpire, home plate umpire, giving it back to Jose Dominguez. Didn't like the little look in the shrug. Interesting to see an umpire engage a starting pitcher.
It's rare, but yeah, it shouldn't happen.
2-0. That's not going to benefit Dominguez.
No. No, when
I don't like that. I don't like it. I hate it. That ball is skied in the air to center field. Not deep. Gio Morello's got it. He'll make the catch, 1 away.
You can hear the Royals dugout chanting halfway, and I'm thinking, why? Gio Morello's in center field. Sure, he doesn't have a rocket for an arm, but he can hum it in there and throw behind you. That made zero sense to me at all. He played that perfectly. You take your couple steps off the base, you're going to get to third if he drops it. There's no question about that. There's no need to be overly aggressive and go halfway. You take your couple steps, watch the ball into the glove, and then you just slowly retreat back.
Dominguez finds the zone. Strike one called to Connor Morrow. Damp night now here at the Pond, Reese.
Yeah.
Still a slight breeze out to center. Dominguez delivering outside 1-1.
And for the folks at home watching us, you could see on your screen there Liam Wilson taking note of where outfielders are playing. That's where you get into that situation of a ball hit in the air. If it's towards a gap, you know where guys start and if they have a chance to get to it.
That ball is also sent to center field. Gio Morello has got a beat on it as he backtracks to make the grab. Tagging from second is Wilson. He's going to make it into third. That one a little bit deeper. Plus you get Morello on his heels, Reese, to make the grab. But 2 away, and Wilson into third base.
Yeah, that's really good base running there from Wilson. Again, you take your couple steps off that bag. You recognize where the ball's going, where's the outfield in relation to the trajectory of the baseball. You start to see Morello move back. Okay, that tells me he's not going to be ready to come up gunning and throwing. I'm going to be able to get back, and I'm going to be able to tag to third base. And yes, it may only be 1 run. We still may be down a couple. But if the ball gets past Mullen, I'm able to get into home plate potentially.
So now this is not only a big runner to get, or a big hitter to get, as a swing and a miss for Pena. Reese, you need to get Pena because you don't want to see any more of that top of the lineup in the 9th inning that you have to.
Yeah.
You want leader leading off the 9th inning. You're going to see 8-9-1. So you got to get Pena here. Pena's going to flare one into center field, hanging up. Gio Morello's got 3 in the inning, and the side is retired. Liam Wilson stranded at third base through, 8.5 innings here at the Pond, Reese. Coming right down to the wire. Jackfish coming up bottom of the 8th, 3-0 lead, looking to seal it here in game 1.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
E1087, you just won $2,900 and some coffee money. Be sure to head to the Crime Stoppers table if that is your number. Leading off for the Fish here in the bottom half of the inning, number 24, Grayson Barrett.
Grayson Barrett leading off the bottom half of the 8th inning. Welcome back to the ballpark. Jackfish leading 3-0 here in Game 1 of the IBL semifinals. Barrett fouling off the first pitch he sees, 0-1. As Wendeller remaining out there for Guelph. Had a good inning in the 7th.
And like we said in that bottom of the 7th inning, we'll say it again here, another run would be huge for the Welland Jackfish heading into the 9th.
Another one slash foul, 0-2. You get Barrett, Luther, Green. 2 up here in the 8th inning. Swung on and missed. Barrett's gone on 3 pitches, 1 away.
It'll be the second time that Barrett has gone down on strikes in this one.
Shortstop, number 20, Brendan.
Luther has done a nice job tonight behind him to pick him up and try and get his team started, which is what you need. Again, you're not going to have your A game every single night, so if the guy behind you is able to pick you up on more than one occasion, then you're still happy. And with Barrett, he's got to go out and play defense in the top of the 9th inning, so you just got to wipe it.
Luther on the first pitch, chops it to short. Morrow's got it on to first, 2 down.
Davey is throwing in the Jackfish pen.
Third baseman, number 1, Thomas Green.
So here's Thomas Green with 2 down. Looking to extend this inning for the Jackfish in the bottom half against Wendeller.
Pretty automatic take there for Green after the first pitch out to Luther.
1-0 to Thomas Green. 2-0 now.
Green has had an all-around really good game tonight for the Jackfish. Defensively, here at the plate too.
Big swing and a miss from Green, 2-1.
We talk about that single in the 4th inning, ended up coming around to score after stealing a bag. And we saw a really big catch early on in the game.
Fouled right back at the screen. Did you flinch?
A little bit. Yeah. That was coming right at us. Oh, yeah.
2-2.
You know, and even ground balls, just a guy that stays calm, cool, collected. Knows where to go with the baseball at all times. Is aware of every single situation.
Green bounces it to third. Matthew Ward's got it. Throw across the diamond is there in time. And the inning is over. Wendeller, a nice pair of innings for the Royals out of the bullpen. As we head to the 9th inning, last call for Guelph. Here in Game 1 as they trail 3-0. And it's time to sound the trumpets as we head down to field level. Davey Mendez going to try and close out the Royals here in Game 1 as we take a break. We'll be back for the 9th.
Your attention, please. Now on the bump for your Jackfish. Right-hander number 41, Davey Mendez.
Not a soul has left this stadium, Reese. Top of the 9th inning. And Davey Mendez on the bump. Not a single soul sitting in the crowd. As Mendez looking to lock down game 1 for the Jackfish. You saw his numbers earlier. And he will try to send these fans home happy here tonight as we get set for the 9th. Here we go. Buckle up. Mendez will get 8-9-1 due up. Andy Leader slotted to lead off this inning is going to get pinch hit for Carson Burns into pinch hit for the Royals and see what he can do as you get the lefty in there instead of the righty-righty matchup.
And Burns, only 4 at-bats so far in the postseason. Again, Guelph Royals swept the London Majors, so they only played 3 games.
Burns, first pitch swinging, bounces it to second. Wisner to first, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 9th.
And you know Davey wants to bounce back after game 3. Had a perfect 10th inning, but that 9th inning for sure, not what we're used to seeing. So, you know, he wants to make quick work of the Royals.
You got to say, too, not completely his fault.
Nope, that's true. Only 1 ball did leave the infield. You're right.
A couple of defensive blunders in that inning that allowed Kitchener to take the lead briefly. It is 1 away here in the 9th. Showing bunt and pulling back for ball 1 is Ashton Patterson, who's 1 for 3 out of the 9 spot tonight.
Sharp double for Patterson to right field earlier on, but other than that, it's been a couple of Ks.
Inside, 2-0. Patterson's a guy you got to get. Don't want him on board. He's got a ton of speed, and you want to see as few at the top of the lineup for Guelph as possible.
Yeah, Williams, Torres, Takamatsu, 1, 2, 3 in that lineup. Definitely only want to see Williams. And a guy that should have been an all-star.
3-0 now to Patterson. Not ideal.
Nope. And I think this is an automatic take for Patterson. So I hate get me over fastballs like with a passion. But I think this situation might be calling for it.
Almost hit him. 4-pitch walk to Patterson. Turns it to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, after a 1-pitch out, 4 straight balls, not ideal.
Center fielder number 8, J.D. Williams.
This guy's been aboard 3 times tonight. Walked, hit by a pitch, singled back in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Franklin Torres on deck. 1 away, 1 on. Top of the 9th. You're taking till you see a strike. And there it is.
Yeah, it's a good call. I wouldn't be swinging until I saw one. Did a nice job working low there. You want yourself a ground ball. Williams, a tough guy to double up, but you would take the out at second for sure.
0-1 on the way from Mendez. There at the knees, it's 0-2.
He can do whatever he wants here. Curious if they stay hard, if they go with something soft.
I don't think you're anywhere near his zone, though.
Nope. I agree.
Runner at first, not really a concern. Does not matter. 0-2 on the way to Williams. Off speed! Strike 3! He got him 2 down. What a sequence. Fastball. And he breaks off a breaking ball inside out. No shot for Williams.
That's one where you freeze up as it's coming in and you're like, oh crap, it's a strike. I better take a whiff at it. But just, yeah, no chance. Just a little bit of a late decision there from Williams.
Franklin Torres is the last hope for Guelph here tonight. 2 away, the runner at first is Patterson. And strike one is called. Boy, he's been living on that outside part of the plate tonight.
Tough for a hitter to do anything with that pitch. Ortega did it all night as well. Mendez doing it here in the ninth too.
Drawing outside, just missing, 1-1.
You could hear that immediately as soon as he released it. I think Mendez gave a little bit of a sound like, oh, that's not going to be a strike.
And again, you don't want this guy to get an at-bat here in the ninth. On deck, Takamatsu hoping for an at-bat. One on the way for Mendez. 2 down here in the ninth. Patterson on first. Chops it foul, and it's 1-2.
That should bring the crowd to its feet here at Welland Stadium.
Here we go. Fans arise here at the pond. Not a soul is gone. A 1-2 pitch on the way to Franklin Torres. Mendez delivers. He went. Check. No. Oh, my.
It was close. Davey wanted it.
That's as close as it gets.
Yeah.
If he didn't. $3,000 wanted it. I'll see if they can get it again here. 2-2. On the way to Torres. Got to be thinking that off speed is coming again, or does he go fastball? Davey trying to lock down game one. There's the pitch. 3-2. It's outside, full count.
And that should bring Smybert in behind the base runner at first base. Patterson will be off on the pitch. So Smybert's going to play his position.
Patterson will be off on the pitch, a 3-2. Mendez trying to leave it right here. He's got his sign. Here comes the payoff on the way. Check swing foul. We'll do it again.
Heads up at the Royals dugout. That took a beeline for Liam Wilson. Got to get Torres here.
We'll try it again. Another full count pitch on the way to Torres. 3,000 strong on their feet. Mendez. The nod, yes. Here comes the 3-2. It's on the way. It's going to be skied in the air to right field. Brendan Hupe's got a beat on it. He's under it. Ball game. And the Welland Jackfish behind 7 strong shutout innings of Theodore Ortega take a massive game one over the Guelph Royals. Not for lack of an absolute cinema ball game, Reese, between both of these teams. But Welland able to hang on, and they take a massive game one as we head into game 2 tomorrow night. We'll step aside, we'll head down to the field level, and we'll be back to wrap it up here from the broadcast booth at Welland Jackfish on top. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you.
Game 2 of this series goes tomorrow afternoon. A 4:05 first pitch in Guelph at Hastings Stadium. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Game 2. Game 3 returns back here at the pond on Tuesday night, a 7:15 first pitch. Get those tickets now. WellandJackfish.com, and we'll see you on Tuesday night for game number 3. All right. Alrighty, Fanatics, what a performance. Double twos. We'll send it down to the Director of Fun, Ryan, with Teo.
All right, Fanatics, no surprise here. Our moving Niagara player of the game, the silent assassin, Teodoro Ortega. Him. Yes. Teo, what do you want to say to the faithful tonight?
Let's go fish.
Let's go fish one more time for our player of the game, Teo.
Fanatics, one more time. Game 2 tomorrow afternoon in Guelph. First pitch at 4 o'clock. Game 3 goes back here Tuesday night. We'll see you after the first day of school right here at the pond. Opening pitch is 7:15 p.m. On behalf of the Jackfish, I'm Spencer Tangway. Please drive home safely. It's 1-0 fish. Let's go Jackfish.
I drank 16 doubles for the price of one. Trying to find the courage to talk to one. I asked her for a dance, not a second glance. My night had just begun. When I drink to the Father of the Holy Ghost, I kneeling at the altar.
Back upstairs here at Welland Stadium, Alec Murray, Reese Dumani, post-game after Game 1. Cinematic is a word that comes to mind. After this one, all the storylines coming in, the rivalries, the hatred between these two teams, and a Game 1 in which we previewed to be a pitcher's duel was won by one swing of the bat, and that was Robert Mullen's solo shot. That's all the Jackfish needed tonight in a 3-0 win over Guelph.
Yeah, it wasn't going to take much. We knew it was going to had a good chance to be 1-0. We saw a game earlier this season between these two teams that was 1-0. The season series finale was 3-0. That one at Hastings Stadium in favor of the Jackfish. That was a Euclides Layer start. But yeah, we knew runs were going to be at a premium, and Robbie Mullen, that's really all they needed. It was nice to get 2 more to add a little bit of comfort. But yeah, I mean, a game dominated by pitchers. Ortega throws up a donut. Custodio gives up 2, which is low enough to give your team a chance to win. So, I mean, they both did their jobs on both sides, and, yeah, we were treated to a really nice battle on the mound.
I think the storyline for this one, if you're the Guelph Royals, is not the inability to get runners aboard, but it's the inability for them to get big hits in big spots. Multiple times throughout the ball game, Reese, we saw the Guelph Royals with chances to cash in runs with their big boys at the plate.
Yep.
They just couldn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. That clutch hitting just wasn't present for the Guelph Royals tonight. And, yeah, they mustered a ton of hits off of Ortega. I mean, he threw almost 7 no-hit innings against Kitchener, so we're not used to seeing a ton of hits off of Ortega. But Guelph did. They put together some good at-bats. They worked a couple of walks. They hit the ball really well, but they didn't hit the ball well in the big spots. And that was one of the big differences. Ortega, that huge jam in the 7th inning with Takamatsu at the dish. It was a 3-2 count, and he got the best hitter on the Royals swinging. So that inning could define this series if the Jackfish go on to win. Definitely help define the game here tonight.
Emphasize to everybody tuning in, how big is it to win Game 1, not only with your ace on the mound, because you knew one of these teams were going to be like, oh, crap, we just lost a game in which our ace started. Based on this start tonight, how massive is it for the Welland Jackfish to go up 1-0? Now, not only at home, but you go back tomorrow, you're going to get Euclides Layer, most likely. We'll see how they decide to shake it up. But it's massive. You take Claudio Custodio out of it for the most part right now for the Guelph Royals, and you're up 1-0. You get Jacob Cush tomorrow, right? Who knows? It's a massive win for Welland in Game 1.
Yeah, it really is. And you think of the pitch count for Custodio, 2 days rest. If they're down 2-0, it's hard to see him start for Game 3. Now, would it surprise me if he did? No, not really, because he's their best pitcher, and I would understand Dino Rommel wanting to go to him in Game 3, but the Jackfish made him throw enough pitches that I doubt he even has a chance to throw in Game number 3. So you knew you had to get one off of Custodio. I mentioned it earlier. The Jackfish were going to have to get one off of Custodio to win this series. The Guelph Royals are going to have to get one off of Ortega to win this series. Well, the Jackfish got one, and the Royals didn't. So advantage Jackfish for sure. Cush is going to be another tough customer tomorrow, that's for sure. No question about it. Runs will be at a premium again. But to get this one, I mean, last year Guelph got game 1. This year Welland gets game 1.
And, I mean, you look at last year how it finished in a series that was neck and neck. I do still believe in you're never out of it until you lose a game at home. That stands tall, and it's the biggest game of the season for the Guelph Royals tomorrow at Hastings. They have to win that game 2 tomorrow with Cush on the mound.
Yeah, that's a must-win game for sure. When you get these 3 out of 5 situations, and I think we're advocates, we'd like to see 4 out of 7 in the semis.
Absolutely.
But that's not this year. When you're into a 3 out of 5 situation, you got to win the second one. You can't go down 2-0. The Welland Jackfish are just too good this year. And, I've talked about it at length with Gio Morello. We talked about it in our preseason interview. It's the revenge tour for the Welland Jackfish, right? They want that ring back. They want the championship back. They want the Dominico Cup back. So for them, if they get the game tomorrow, that's huge. And you're right. If you're Guelph, you feel like it's a must-win game tomorrow.
I will say, if you're going to take one positive, if you're the Guelph Royals, multiple innings, you had the Welland Jackfish on the ropes. The only issue is you couldn't come through.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like that the entire series, Reese.
No.
They're going to get some big hits. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Welland tonight just played with fire, and they just never got burned all game long.
Yeah, and they played clean defense.
Yes,
that was a big
biggest
thing
part.
as well. The Guelph Royals, they made an error. It was a little bit of a strange play. It went off a glove, caromed into left field, and that allowed the third run to score. But, they played clean as well, and I think that's big on both sides. For the Jackfish, because those stretches in the regular season where the defense wasn't clean, it was a little ugly. To be honest, it was really ugly. So to play clean baseball in this game, you make the plays when you have to, and you don't give your opponent extra outs. You can't do that. There's just too much talent on the side of the Royals, and the Jackfish get a ton of praise for that tonight.
Liam Wilson with 3 hits for the Guelph Royals. He was outstanding as advertised. You were just lucky he came up to the plate with nobody on base most of the time, Reese, because his damage wasn't done driving in runs tonight. It was done just getting hits and getting stranded on base for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was as advertised for sure. Didn't expect anything less from him, but you're right. The Jackfish, and a little bit of luck involved in how the lineup is ordered, and how this isn't going to be the last time we see him get 3 hits, I'm sure. I definitely could see it at least one more time. So you just kept traffic to a minimum. If you're the Jackfish, that's how I look at that, is you had the hitters up in the correct situations for it.
I have an incredibly hard time when you look at tomorrow's lineup that you'll see Garrett Takamatsu in the 3-hole. He's going to be in the 2-hole tomorrow. The amount of times that Guelph watched him on deck in the inning come to an end, one too many times for my liking. If I'm the Royals, to have my best player on deck, not only to end the ball game, but a couple of times earlier in the ball game as well. So I mean, the old kind of saying is your third player and your fourth player. Your fourth is your power. Your third's your MVP, your best. I'd rather more at-bats than have him hit out of the 3-hole, right? You're going to get that one extra bat from Takamatsu. And who knows, this ball game might be different if he's up with 2 down in the 9th inning to face Davey Mendez in the 9th, right? We could be seeing a different ball game right now. So I have a hard time believing he's in the 3-hole tomorrow. I think he moves up to the 2-hole, but we'll see what Dino Ramel and gang do to wrap up this one tonight. But Reese, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, that's not a bad idea. You go Williams, Tack, and Wilson. I mean, that's a scary 3 hitters to start your day off on the mound. So, I would 100% agree if they made that move. That would be the right move. But, I mean, final thoughts. It was a game that we expected the outcome. And I don't mean winner or loser. I mean how the game was played. There was clean defense all around. There was clutch hitting, at least on one side. But there was hitting on both sides. And it was just, it was clean, hard baseball. There was a hard 9 innings played tonight on both sides, and that's all you want as a manager, as a coach. Whether you win, whether you lose, you want to play a hard 9 innings, and this is the right part of the season to play a hard 9 innings. So each team did that really well tonight. Jackfish come out on top because they were better in clutch situations.
Teodoro Ortega, 7 strong. He gets the win. Claudio Custodio gets a tough luck loss here tonight. Davey Mendez picks up the save. A Robbie Mullen home run was all the Jackfish needed to take Game 1. We'll see you all Tuesday night for Game 3. Game 2 slots tomorrow back at Hastings and Guelph. And we'll see what happens from there on out. But we do know we will see you Tuesday night back at the pond, whether it's 2-0 or 1-1, as we sign off here from Welland Stadium. For Reese Tumani, myself, Alec Murray, and all of us here at the pond, we say goodnight and cheers from Welland.